Trying to find someone? Who?
Put it right there on the street.
Where do you want me to put it then?
Put it inside the house, Wade. It rains. Wade almost took out the engine.
Can you even do that, Ryan?
Well, I don't know, but it's called trigger discipline, Wade.
You know, he literally just told.
Wow.
It says this is a pin. It says don't keep cap off.
Hi. Hello. I think I need some Radaway.
Okay. And we got
and some Mentats and some Psycho to keep me awake, but happy to be here and be
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just glad you're here. Save it so that way I had leftover cold fries from after work. But I was still craving.
So to answer Orville Nation,
There was something.
No, you mean no? Don't you mean indoor?
Well, that would make more sense because the Ewoks would be the fucking Oompa Loompas.
Oh God!
You know what, Wade? You earned that. That was pretty good. That's pretty good, dude. Actually, that was. So
please, hey, please. Hey, everybody. Don't worry. I just gotta stall some time for 2 people joining me. Jill's coming, and I gotta remember. Look at the message. Scotty is coming. So I just gotta stall a little bit of time. So, yeah. The problem was I should have done this last week, but life was in the way. So, you know what? Life gets in the way. You move it back a week. So, but yeah. So, without further ado, I'm like, should have planned this better, but let me see. But yeah, so we're talking 80s, 90s, and 2000 up to 2010. Let me just tweet out the show. So. So while I wait for guests to show up, what's your favorite cartoons? People in the chat. I'm not. Me. 80s. I'm just gonna do best cartoons. Here we go. Yeah, C9 because I'm not up yet. We'll go into dev when everybody shows up. Used to watch it, never got into, but I heard of, watched it. Seriously, this is for, I don't know why. Hated it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Never really got into Turtles, Titans. Like this version, I hate Go. I would watch it. This was an underrated show. Let me make sure it's actually shown. And let me make sure I do guess that way. So there's that. Like what I was going through. Never got into it. Oh, yeah, I've seen this. I need to rewatch it completely through. Seriously? Never heard of it. This was okay. Airbender was better. Never got into. Oh, wait. I would watch it. This one, but not my favorite. What does this look? No, I never. You know what? I never saw this. Love this. Love this. It was okay. Love this. I love it or live it. I mean, it wasn't bad for. I'll get into more this later. This is just to kill time and for but, so that's that. Hey, Stassi. Grinding Prince. Never heard of it. How is it the kids show? Hold on. Oh, that's why it's on there, because of cartoons all the time. Never watched it. Never watched. Loved it. It was loved it there. Liked it. Never saw. Loved it. Pretty much that's all. This is okay. It's not. I mean, I'll watch it. It used to be better. Getting into more of the adult oriented stuff now. This was okay. You get the gist. More when I was a kid. Back in kid after I was a kid. So I never got I remember this briefly, but I don't remember the gist of that. But anyways. So I liked it at the time. I loved it when I was a kid. It doesn't hold up like. Sorry, Martin sent me a message. I'll have 3 people, one shorter than the others, but we'll see who we'll get. But yeah. You're good. I know you're coming. Yes, I have it where I can hear when people pop in, so just pop in. Hey Gary,
Hey,
how are you?
doing pretty good. I can't stay long. I just want to.
Yeah, I know. I saw the message.
Okay, cool.
You're good. I have Jill coming. She's just running a little bit late, but yeah.
What's the link for the show? Did you share it already? I didn't see the link.
I put it. I thought I did. I know in my day. thought I did.
Oh, here it is.
Um,
Are you tagging me on this? Because I'm not seeing this in my feed.
I did it behind the scenes, but I didn't. I sent in the group message, but I can tag you in the thing for on Twitter.
Well, I already shared it, so that's good.
I
think this is the
will.
one.
I'll look. Just give me a second.
Looks
might
like
com-
I got COVID, so I'll find out tomorrow for sure. But my housemate that I'm living with, she has COVID, and I hang out with them all the time. So I'm like, oh great, I'm fucking gonna get it. Already got it. You know, started out this morning with an itchy throat, and then I found out, and I'm like, great.
Yeah, I know. It was weird. Like, this is the worst year I've had for allergies this year. I'm like, this is not. I thought I had like cold or whatever, but it finally went away. So I just think I don't probably just hay fever or stuff like allergies. Probably what it was is because I feel better now. Earlier in the year, around spring, but let me look. I thought did I not? No, I didn't know who. You know what I think I did? I think I didn't know who was showing up yet because of the mix-up, so that's why I didn't tag people yet. But I'm doing it as we speak.
I found your share. I found it, so I'm going to share it now.
Okay.
You need to tag a lot of us. There you go. Definitely tag me, so I know.
No, I know. I'm doing it right now. I'm trying to remember what Gil's Twitter.
And also tag Pop Culture Minefield.
That's what I did. That's what I didn't
Also
do the
me
other
personally. Also tag me personally.
one. Just give me a second. And then I gotta figure out. I gotta pull up the message because I forgot who Gil's bring Scotty.
Oh my god!
So how's the weather? How's the weather for you?
Hot.
I know, right?
It's that Midwest hot that sucks. It's really like humid. So you walk outside and you feel like you're just breathing hot air, and it just goes into your body. And it's horrible. Arizona, I grew up in Arizona, where it's the dry heat. Yeah. But what was hard about Arizona is the sun. For some reason, man, you felt like there was nothing between you and the sun, and it was just cooking you. And it would get like 110, 120, and you would look for shade, and it's still fucking 110 to 120 in the shade. The only thing you're getting a break from is the sun, and that was it. It was like, oh, it's crazy. So, who's in the chat? See, Sassy, Anti-Derivative Jill.
So Sassy and Jill right now. Sassy is from Twitter. I didn't realize who it was from last night, and I finally figured out who it was. But yeah, and then just those two so far. I sent it. So I put everybody that I know of so far. The only one I did not tag, as far as the blue, is I don't know Scotty's handle for Twitter, so I tagged it. I tagged him in the tweet. I just didn't know the right handle for him, so I can always redo it if I have to. But
All right, I'm getting ready to post in the chat here. Boom.
So what's your favorite What's your favorite cartoon from when you were a kid?
Oh, as a kid? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Scooby-Doo was really big with me. Speed Racer, Marine Boy, Johnny Quest. I watched just a ton of Hanna-Barbera as a kid.
What was that in the 80s?
Justice, the Super Friends, Justice League. I love those cartoons. Oh my God, I was a big fan of that shit. By the way, that's my account in the chat right now, Cohen's Goes. That's my band's account. Because I was going to point out that I officially released another new song today.
There you go.
Yeah.
How's the book coming along?
Oh, it's exhausting sometimes, man.
Yeah,
There's so
right.
much. Right now, I'm in the middle of drawing a lot of action scenes, and I'll go into it, and I'm like going, this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it looks good, but it doesn't feel like it conveys the action. So I'll go back and really rethink how I'm doing it and change it a little bit. So that's what's going on right now. I was going to get my song. Good grief. Oh.
You want to?
I'm so tired.
Oh, I've been like that today. I've been running around all over. I thought it was.
Sorry, one of the cats got my attention.
I thought I had like what you had, but then I figured like everybody said the allergies were out of whack. Hey,
Well,
Scotty.
that's usually what causes my problems is allergies. But my friend, she was not feeling right, had a fever of 102, so she went to urgent care, and I got a hold of her boyfriend, and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Is she okay? And he's like, she's got COVID, and you're probably got it too. And I'm like, that's typical, because she and I have we interact with each other. I'm always touching shit she's touched, so the odds of transference is just too high. So I'm like, that would explain my scratchy throat when I woke up this morning. So I'm like, great. I'm probably going to try to take that ivermectin. I got to get a hold of my doctor.
But you get better though. Did you do a show? Did you do a show yesterday?
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah, we talked about Escape from New York, man. One of my favorite films. Oh, shit. I was going to give you the link to the new song. Here we go. Paste.
Put it in the private.
There it is. That's the new song. This is one of my. I already did a version of the song I produced, and then my buddy Kurt did a new production of it, and it's very. It reminds me of that song "Smooth." Is really what I told him it reminded me of after he was done with it. Because I love that song, and I'm a big Santana fan. And I think the guy's name is Robert Taylor. Is that it? The singer.
Gary, the funny thing is, I was on her show for Escape from New York.
Oh, hers, Anti-Derivative.
Yeah, Jill.
Jill, you should get a hold of me because we do Mondays is Military Monday. We do it at 10 o'clock in the morning Central Time. And I discuss military films or TV shows that are worth merit. Like we're going to be soon talking about the new final season of SEAL Team, which I think is a great show. I included Escape from New York because he is Special Forces, as is the guy that's in charge of the mission, Hauk. So Snake Plissken and he are both Special Forces, U.S. Army. So I consider that a military film. It's a military operation.
Absolutely.
Hey, Scotty.
Hey,
Scotty.
Wade.
What's up, Scotty?
Hey, Gary.
Can you do me a favor?
I'll do my best.
Are you on your computer?
Yes.
Or can you send in the private chat your Twitter handle? So that way I'm just going to redo it really quick because I didn't know which one was yours.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I tagged you, but I'm like, I didn't know which
icon was yours. I
No
hate to
worries.
get the wrong one right. So I will redo that in a minute as soon as I
No
get
worries.
it and get the right one. But
And by the way, Wade, this is also the link to my music channel for all my band and early stuff is just all me. I occasionally play with other musicians. It's hard to call it a band, but this new stuff is coming out, and I'm working with all other musicians, including my buddy Jimmy Hill, who's just a killer fucking guitarist. But these are right now, most of these are demos. And the official album will come out once Jimmy, Mac, and I'm probably going to have to hire at least one or two new singers because Mac has an amazing voice, but he's not really good at soft songs. He's better at the harder songs or the songs with the blues edge to it. And,
so I am, just so you realize, Gary, I'm the one that I just sent on Twitter. I'm redoing because I just realized Scotty's icon. I almost thought it was you, Scotty, on the one, and I'm like, I don't know what his handle is, so that's why I'm gonna delete it and then redo it really quick.
I've not gotten an update from you. What the fuck is going on?
Me?
Yeah, I go to my notifications. There's nothing from you in my notifications for the last 2 hours. Nothing.
That's so weird.
Yeah, only when you tag me, I see that in my notifications. But up above where it shows there are new updates from these people, you're not in there.
I got the retweet from your private one, not Pop Culture.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the only one I really spend time on. I'm never on Pop Culture Minefields page. Martin is on there. Martin spends all the time over there.
I get it now. Give me
what I'm talking about is here. Let me just show my screen. I'll go off camera when I do this. Present, share screen.
No, I get what you mean. Stupid. Tell me when you're ready, Gary, and I'll do it.
I'm there. You can show it now. So here you are, right? And here's the link for today's show. Go to my notifications, and you are in my feed because you tagged me. But you should be up here in these. These are the latest notifications. You're not in there, even though I don't get
it. I don't get it. Elon's probably.
Oh shit! This is my friend. I'll be right back.
You're good. You're all. Sorry, Scotty.
Oh, well, I apologize. It's totally rad, man.
I was like, I thought that was your icon, but we don't talk too much. So I'm like,
I usually see you through Jill.
That's what I mean, but like we never talk on Twitter.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
often.
I don't use it as a primary communication device.
I don't.
It's mostly just for goofing off. Like right now, I'm doing a drive so I can get the She-Hulk hot toy, like just as a gag. I just want it, and so that's basically...
I was gonna do the tag, and then I'm like, saw your current thing. I'm like, I don't know what your which you know how like some people have the same name or whatever, but they're different.
Oh, sure. You were looking for the Superman.
So I just wanted to get the right one, and I'm like, I don't know. Pop Culture, Jill, and then. So how's your day?
Oh, it's going great. I'm also afflicted with the COVID, but I have the worst kind. So I go on a date on Saturday night with a lady that I haven't seen in a while. We end up snogging. I feel good about myself. I'm a gentleman. I leave that evening. I come home, wake up the next day with a text saying, you should probably get yourself tested for COVID. I just woke up with COVID. And I was like, we made out last night. And she's like, yep. And I was like, okay. So I take the test and it says I'm positive. Do I have any symptoms? No. I feel fine.
Yeah, when I got it, it wasn't that big of. It just felt like a flu. I was over it quick.
Well, and this is the second time I've had it, and the first time nothing happened. And I vaccinated? Jesus, I don't even know. And then, yeah, now still nothing. So I've been on 2 days
from Gil RK.
Isolation.
I mean, not RK. Why am I saying RK? I mean Scotty.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
How are you? How's your day? Long day?
Oh, it was a day.
All right. Well, as long as you made it through.
No, it wasn't bad. It was just I'm like, like when you have one of those days of like you think it's gonna go one way and it ends up going,
I do indeed.
But otherwise, it's not too bad.
Well, good. We're here now. We're taking a jaunty trip down memory lane. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I redid it, so I did it correctly. Let me see really quick that on my other account. Oh, no. That's weird. Hey, Scotty.
Yo.
Check on. You know what? Let me hold on. Check. See, you know how Gary was talking about on your notifications?
Sure.
Check to see if it shows up. I did just follow you. I want to experiment. See really quick while we wait for Gil to show up.
Notifications
this is on Twitter.
On Twitter. Okay, let's see. Well, let me just double check.
So you know where it says all?
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm following you. There you are. And you.
I thought I was following people, and I don't know if it's me or I don't know anymore.
There. So I just went to your Twitter. I'm following you now, and I turned on the notification bell.
What is up? I don't see anything. I see that Gary. Let me unmute him. No, you're good. No, you're good. I was just trying to make sure that I see other people like what he said, but not me. Yep. It's the pre show before
Yes. We're plugging things in and making sure all the lights are in the right place.
I had it planned and I thought I sent out the tweet, and the problem was I didn't know who was showing up, so I didn't tag everybody yet.
Sure.
Like I said before, I thought I had people, and then you know how it is. You plan. People probably get it. How did it happen? That's just my normal. I just throw the link out to select people, and then voila, they show up. If not, ends up being a solo show. So, but yeah. While we're getting there,
yes.
What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
As a kid?
Yeah.
The original.
That's what I meant when I said retro cartoons. That's what I meant like Transformers. Like kid, not you know what I mean. Like
yeah, I think
Transformers, yada yada.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if this is like I loved Rocket Robin Hood and Hercules and the Spider-Man 67.
Hercules. Wait, which Hercules? The Disney one or the?
No, it's like I think it's Filmation. I'm not 100% sure. It's the same company that does Rocket Robin Hood, and he had the centaur named Newt. Hey Newt, or hey Herc was his sidekick. It was like those were the three cartoons that got me onto.
What year did it come out?
It would have been late 60s, but I was born in 78 and we had cheap TV in Southern Ontario. And so we just got this old
You
stuff.
said 60s?
Yeah, with late 60s. But I was like, I saw it first in the 80s.
Well, that makes sense.
But like, if you're looking for 80s cartoons, number one with a bullet is G.I. Joe. So the plan is I'm going to. You good? Hey.
Yeah, I just had to help my friend.
Hey, do you care if I play your music? I didn't want to play it till I asked.
No, yeah, go right ahead. That's why I shared it with you. This is the new song.
Nice.
This is Fires of Love. It's a new version of it, different than mine, and it's done. It's the same chord, same chord group. It's just done stylistically in a whole different way. Kurt did a wonderful version of it, and I've worked with Kurt before, but it's Kurt Messina, and this is Fires of Love. If you want to play it.
Let me get it.
Yeah, crank it up, man.
Hell.
Crank it up. Crank it up.
There's a system to and how it starts to catch a fire. You need a spark, it burns its way inside the head. Words are spoken, nothing said. You are new and unexplored. Your face is tired and seems so bored. You seem so bored. Send me your fires of burn me, burn me. Send me your fires of burn me, burn me. I send the heat and you receive. Oceans burn beyond relief. Catch the channel, draw the lines. Along these paths are hidden mines. Open fields are catching fire. Your love is still no one desire. No one desire. Send me your fires of burn me, burn me. Send me your fires of burn me, burn me. The altar has an open crack, dirty color, broken back. It leaks into what was so clean, stains the hopes of all unseen. Forgiveness is the chosen path, hard to find with all this wrath. So much wrath. Send me your fires of burn me, burn me. Send me your fires of burn me, burn me. To find you in the dark, the love we share creates a spark that burns into the open page that follows through the golden age. Broken dreams are set alight, burn so hot and burn so bright, burn so bright. Send me your fires of burn me, burn me. Send me your fires of burn me, burn me.
Thoughts?
Really good.
Yeah, man, you can really get the Santana vibe off of it as well, but it's not overwhelming. It sounds like something of its own.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I was really like, oh my god, I beefed up the vocals on it because his arrangement was perfect, but the vocals were kind of in the music. So I went in and took separate. You know, we have separate tracks. We use a program called well, it used to belong to Sony, so Sony Asset Pro, but now it's owned by Magix. But my version says Sony on it. And it is a great music editing tool.
This is Gary's musical. I don't know.
This is my band's site. If you scroll down to the second one, the second one. Actually, those down below, those are the releases that went out. They're on Apple, iTunes. They're on It's All Is Lost. My second album, From Shadow, and my first album, Songs of Lingering Shades, which came out in 2004. And the two albums I'm working on now will probably be the last thing I work on because I think I'm pretty much done writing music, at least lyrical music. I like doing instrumentals, and I do those for me. It's like I had to make a decision when I was in my 20s, like, which one am I going to try to make a living off of? My art, my writing, or my music? And I chose to do the music for me and the art for money, which means I'm an art whore. And which also includes the writing, because there's a lot of writing involved with what I do. But the music I started doing for me, so I never really cared if I made much money off of the music. But I still wanted to put out albums. And my daughter is like my biggest fan. She's wanting to sing on this new album, but I don't know how I'm going to do it the way we're recording this, because she doesn't have a microphone. And I said, you'll have to come over to my place and record because I have the professional mic. But I don't know. She wants to do one of the songs, and I'm still considering it. I have a while before we release the official two albums. First album's going to be called The Day I Saw Only Clouds, and it's about cynicism. It's hard rock, the entire album. It's got 70s rock, a little bit of 80s rock in it, but it's also got stuff that's borderline metal, which is something that people didn't know I could do. And I'm like, I played in every kind of fucking band there is. I can do metal. Nice. You know, I have the best guitarist I work with is Jimmy Hill. Let me show you who that is. This is my good friend. Jimmy and I have gone back for years, and we played together, but we've never recorded together. And this is the first time we have had an opportunity to actually record together. And he is just a massive metalhead. But he can play guitar to anything, but he loves writing metal. And of course, he's got a photo of what it means. Oh my God. I'm trying to see if I can find a single photo of him. Because he's just a beast on guitar. Here,
hey,
I'll show
Jill.
you his page. Hi, Jill. I sent you a follow on Twitter.
Oh, okay, great. I'll return it if I haven't already.
Where are you from?
Texas. I'm from Texas. Sorry, I just stayed there.
Which part? Say
South
the
Texas.
good part. Say the good part.
The coast. Yeah. Where all the beaches are.
Yeah, my favorite post in the Army. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. I was stationed at Fort Sam Houston for a while in San Antonio. Best fucking posting I ever had in the Army, and also the best food.
Oh man,
unbelievable!
My friend,
yeah, right.
My friend Phil is from San Antonio, I think.
Yeah, so
Isn't
am I.
that where he's
Really,
from?
that's where I was born.
Really?
There we go.
Learning things.
Oh yes.
And I got to tell you, best bar fight I was ever in.
You won.
I have photos. I have photos of my sergeant. There are no pictures of me after the fight, even though if you did see them, I had not a mark on my face because I didn't know how to move. And my sergeant, his face got all swollen. He had busted lip and eye, and he didn't start the fight, but he helped finish it. But this is Jimmy Hill's website. Jimmy is the guitarist I work with, and I'm trying to see if there's my daughter, by the way, Zoe. Jimmy and I have been friends for a long time, and I'm hoping to find a picture of him here because even though he's balding, he's just got long ass hair.
Nice.
Here he is out in front of my apartment right there. That's him. That was from about 10 years ago. Oh, 12 years ago. Drinking beers out in front of my apartment.
Nice.
So
He's just a
Gary,
hell of a guitarist.
so you're almost done with the book, or are you still in the drawing stage?
No, I lost 5 weeks because of, I got displaced temporarily and couldn't draw for 5 weeks. So I'm 5 weeks behind. I just talked to one of the contributors and told him that I'm looking at October for finishing my part. But if we can't get funding for Richard, I'm going to end up having to draw that chapter that he was going to draw because I'm not going to ask him to work for free. Just won't do it. And I will have to draw that one. And that may take me up into November to finish his chapter 2. And I was going to share this link with you too, so you can hear probably one of my favorite songs I ever wrote. Here you go. He'll be in the private chat. There we go. I didn't start talking about what I do as a person on our website, on our channel, until last year. Yeah, it was last year when I finally started talking about what I do for a living and my music and my art. And people are like, holy shit, you do all that? And I'm like, yeah. I proudly hold the label of Renaissance Man because I can paint, sculpt professionally. I can paint and sculpt, have painted and sculpted professionally. I've written professionally as a writer as well as lyricist. I've even written comedy for a couple of comedians. And basically also a musician, composer. And I'm also a filmmaker, and I've won awards as a filmmaker. It's just, it's so complicated to do some of it. I gave up filmmaking because I don't like people. As actors is really what I mean. Actors annoy me. And I'm not saying like every single one, but I would say a majority of the actors I've had to work with are fucking annoying. And I finally understood George Lucas about working with actors. Now this one's heavy.
Do you want me to play it, Gary?
Yeah, man. Go for it. This is my song. It's about combat veterans and what they go through after war, as well as in war.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Retro Kids Cartoons of the 1980s, 90s, and 2000s.
There you go. You got it, Scotty.
Darkest night, we hold on tight. The flare burns bright, yet it brings no light. Chaotic shadows on the ground, yet we make no sound. Like hardened steel, we do not break down, and we feel the flow in every cell in this fucking hell. Then we feel each flow through our skin, like our every sin. Deep within this flesh and bone, there's its own flow. And the people walking by will never know. And the blood we spill on the ground had its own flow. And the pain for the souls we lost, we must never show. We must never show.
This is now the theme song to Cobra Command or Commander Cobra's radio show on KGRA.
Oh wow, that's rad.
He asked permission, and I said, "Fuck yeah, use it." Yeah, I cussed in a song.
I appreciate the word cussed.
And the people walking by will never know. And the blood we spilled on the ground had its own flow. And the pain for the souls we lost, we must never show. We must never show. In the darkest night.
What's the name of the song?
The Flow.
As our guns light the sky, and the flow is wide, and we're taken by its tide. It's not about command, it's about the man at my side. And we feel the flow in every cell, and it's fucking hell. Then we feel it blow through our skin like our every sin. Deep within this flesh and bone lies its own flow. And the people walking by will never know. And the blood we spilled on the ground had its own flow. And the pain for the souls we lost, we must never show. We must never show. We must never show. We do as we're told. We are lost in the flow. In the flow. We do as we're told. And we are lost in the flow. We do as we're told. And we are lost in the flow. We are lost in the flow. We are lost in the flow. In the flow. In the flow. We do as we are told.
Oh, I should have waited. Spoilers.
So what'd you think?
Well, it's metal. It conveys the message. Like I like it.
The flow is a reference to PTSD, by the way.
You know, and I understand that. And the thing is that like because I wasn't trying to do karaoke for it, first time I've ever heard it, I wasn't really reading the lyrics. I was just sort of getting the vibe of the song. And yeah, so the song is great. And you know, as it is explored, that's when you sort of find the deeper meaning.
By the way, I'm sharing a picture. This is Jimmy Hill, the guy I brought up. I finally found a good picture of him. You can't see much of his face, but that's him on the guitar. He's a fucking badass.
Wicked. Yeah, it sounded great.
And my buddy Mac is the vocal guy, the vocalist. He can do metal. He can do rock. He's got a great voice for that. He even did a semi-ballad once. Not the greatest on ballads. That's why I'm looking for another singer to do those songs. But I don't know. I think this will probably be the best music I ever put out.
Awesome.
There you go.
Cool.
What did you think, Jill?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't take off my headphones. So, I like it that much.
Sign of good music.
All right.
Yeah. I'm looking at the clock, and I'll be back in 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Exactly. There's sometimes some people sing or do music on a stream, and I'm like, yes, I will take a break.
Yeah.
Well, I was never happy with my first two albums. I did all the vocals on it, save for one song that I recorded, and that one is actually going to be on this album, and it is sung by my friend Bree, and it's a pretty song. It really is. Although I've been considering finding another singer because basically everybody who listened to it that also heard my original demo of the song said, we prefer your demo, even though you're not as good a singer. You convey the emotion of the song through your voice. You're very evocative. And so it's been hard, and I'm finding the right people. And now Mac has been my friend for 30 years, and he understands me probably better than anybody. So he knows what I'm trying to convey in my lyrics. And he nails it every single time. He doesn't always get the I use a lot of what's the word? I'm a drummer and I'm forgetting a word. Syncopation. Like when I write my lyrics, it's not always on the note. It's between the notes. Oh yes, I used to watch that cartoon.
Never heard of it.
Seen it.
But I'm
That-
younger than
It
Bob.
was on because I was in Phoenix when I used to watch this cartoon, and we had a show called Wallace and Ladmo. It was a local Phoenix show, and these two guys would introduce cartoons. This was one of the cartoons they would introduce.
And he'd have to put on like a magic ring to become powerful, and he had a
Yeah.
sidekick that was a centaur. Hey Herc, hey Herc. It was rad. And they'd go in the same adventure every week. It was my favorite rendition.
God, I
of
feel so old.
Daedalus. That's Daedalus right there. I think they just call him Daedalus in the cartoon.
He was.
But
This
he was
one?
he was a great villain. Was there an evil lady? I wonder if I forget if there was an evil
How
lady.
old are you, Scott?
46 years old.
Okay, I'm 60. And
There's a
I
lady.
watched this show.
Yeah, me too. I saw it in reruns in Southern Ontario. It was just a cheap television
David Hartman
station.
was in that. Hold on.
Who's
David Hartman was in this?
Who
He
was
played
David
Hercules? Wow.
Apparently.
Wow, my mind is blown. David Hartman was the first host of Good Morning America.
Oh wow, that is.
He was
that
an
is a red
actor,
letter.
and he had quite a few TV shows. And right before he did Good Morning America, he had his own series, and it ended. And when it ended, they offered him the hosting of Good Morning America. And
Oh,
good
wow.
God, I love this guy.
Well, I'm telling you, if and I'm pretty sure it's all available on YouTube. I've watched episodes of Hercules on YouTube, and it's in good condition. It's in good shape. It looks great.
There was a
66.
channel, Scott, that was dedicated to Saturday morning cartoons that you had to sign on, create an account to watch the videos for free, but
Mhm.
you better turn on your ad blocker because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going to get bombarded by ads. But I used to put on my ad blocker. I signed up for an account there, and I went there and I watched the Saturday morning cartoons, and I do believe Hercules was on there.
I know Hasbro has G.I. Joe running 24/7.
Yeah, man,
on
that's been
YouTube.
rad to catch up on.
Well, they got to do
Of
something,
course.
man, because they're losing money hand over fist.
Well,
Yeah, but I don't. I'm happy they did it on YouTube, but I
Yeah.
don't get why they did it for free. You would think they would. I don't know. I don't know
Well,
what
it is-
Hasbro's thinking.
it is advertising to a certain extent. I don't know how much of a hand they have in their physical media distribution, just in terms of the show. I don't know. I don't even know where the property, like G.I. Joe itself, is attached to at this point. It has been so thrown asunder from what I like. Talk about a franchise that was destroyed as soon as they made the movie. Like Street Fighter, the movie, is better than both G.I. Joe movies put together.
What
And
do
I'm
you-
talking about
which
the one
G.I.
with
Joe
Jean-Claude Van
movie?
Damme. I'm talking about both.
The
Rise of
live action
Cobra.
one?
Oh wait, and there's also a Snake Eyes movie. I forgot about that one too. So there's three of them. As far
Hey,
Yeah.
Snake Eyes isn't bad. It's not.
Well,
I
it's
don't
not-
love
I've
it,
just never
but it's
seen
not.
it. I wasn't. It just didn't get my
oh GI
No,
Joe.
I mean, okay,
desires
whoa,
up to want to watch.
let me rephrase it. Was it? I
Sure.
didn't go see it, but I was bored and it was on Hulu or something.
Oh, that's
I forget
fine.
which one it was on, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what am I gonna do? Is it better go on, or I don't know what I would. No,
That's
You
how I
ever
fell
watch
into
something
it.
that everybody hates, and then you run into your friends, and they're like, "What'd you do today?" And it's like you don't want to tell them that you watched something that they hate.
No, but the
You don't
worst
want-
part,
It's a
You don't wanna
story
get in
of
that
Scotty
conversation.
R37's life.
yeah, it's my life. I don't care. I go up and I tell people, it's like, guess what I watched and it was awesome, and they all say, "You're a moron." And I'm like, I've been getting this since I was a child. It's called being a nerd in the 80s. You think this is going to penetrate my thick skin?
Yeah, I know people try to insult me, and I'm just like, dude, I've had better people than you that actually insulted me, and it didn't bother me. You know, I just don't care.
It's baffling to me when people get angry at you for liking something. Just as it,
I like this one. You want to know why?
You like the Rise of Cobra because of why? No, tell
Yeah,
me.
but I'm younger than you.
Okay.
The only reason I like it besides Quaid, I liked
Oh yeah, Christopher Eccleston, but he was a shitty Destro. That's the thing.
Great actor, yeah, was not Destro.
Not
I mean, he's not. It wasn't bad. It's not who I would have picked, but I don't know if it's, I don't know the background. Like Gary probably would know. As
Well,
far
I want to
as
point
the-
this out real quick. You guys know I'm an official G.I. Joe artist, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
And then we're talking to an expert.
No, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
I just
Sorry,
put the
I'm
link
gonna
in there.
blow
You
'em
can see my last
up.
cover for G.I. Joe. The fuck are you
I'm
doing?
gonna mean the spotlight.
We're zooming in.
You said you're an
Don't do that. I like
expert.
looking at you guys.
Zoom out.
Don't
Zoom
take,
out.
Don't take that away from me. Yeah. No. So the link there, the Gmart link, you can actually see the cover for G.I. Joe. It was one of the last covers to issue 292. And they told me do whatever I fucking wanted.
That's so rad, dude.
I was pissed at the colorist, though, because it was supposed to be night.
Okay. So, but yeah,
Night?
okay.
What do you mean?
I think it
Oh,
looks
it's
great.
supposed to be nighttime instead of daytime?
It was a nighttime
It looks
drawing.
like
It was
just-
supposed.
Well, that's
Here,
pretty
let
awesome.
me give me 1 second. Keep
Yeah.
talking. There we go.
Okay.
That's what we're looking at, guys and gals.
Now, what's funny about that cover is when I did the pencil and inks on it, I drew that as a jet version, a more modern version of the Cobra fighter, snub fighter. And they asked me last fucking minute, please put propellers on it. And I said to them in the meeting, she's jumping off of the wing, and that would have killed her if there were props on her. And they said, well, and I went, you know what? I have nothing invested in this, whatever you want. And I just drew it on there. And then they got a shitty colorist. I said, you should have just let me color because I'm a better colorist than them. Because I've worked for years
Are there any
doing art
Can you
and
find
color.
this anywhere?
Yeah, you can order it
Could
right
you
there.
go to
Right there. You can actually, I don't know, you can find it probably at some comic shops, but you would probably have to order it online because the odds are against it being at your local comic shop.
No, I was just gonna say there's a big, not like Walmart size, but they have like 3. It's like a second hand store. I don't know what you really.
Well, there's there used to be a really good comic store, not a shop, a store. It was 2 levels, and you could find
Where
much
was
almost
it?
any-
Where was it?
It was in SeaTac, right? Actually, it's catty corner to the airport in Tacoma. Well, it's Tequila. Actually, I think is the name of that township there where the airport.
Tequila?
Tequila. It's
I
SeaTac
always thought it was
Airport.
Tacoma, but no, well.
Is it still
Anyways.
open?
Let me look at it real quick because
Okay.
I just know that the place was catty corner to it from one end of the airport.
But that's what I mean in terms of that, even just that cover that we looked at. That's what gravitated me towards G.I. Joe was the difference.
So if it's still there, it would be at this location. It would be near the corner of Pacific Highway South and South 188th Street in, what is this fucking town called?
Talking about SeaTac?
It's-
I'll look at it in a minute.
It looks like it's Tequila. It's Tukwila. I think that's where that store was, right there at the corner where the airport was.
Gary,
Huge-
like this is
huge
what I'm
fucking-
talking about.
Oh,
This
you're
is
talking about
the
those,
store.
like a warehouse store. Yeah.
So that's where I was like, went up. I've been to one of them. I'm not gonna, because
You could
it's
just
clo-
abandon
like
me
an
in a
hour
place
away.
like that. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as
me
long
too.
as there's food
They-
available and water, I could live there for a few weeks.
But basically, that's where I gotta. Sometimes I go and look what games they have secondhand. But anyways, but that's where I always went up there. But I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to tell old versus new. You know, like for like Star Wars comics or Marvel or I don't know what I'm looking at because I thought I got it old, but then showed it one time and realized it was newer-esque. So I don't know. But anyways, but that's where I go sometimes when I get closer to the bigger city, biggest till Nashville.
I'm sure you could find somebody who knows their comics who can help you out.
Like I only go off of
Or the internet.
it'd be fun to read old comics because I mean, you know Gary with modern comics, right? I don't feel like nothing like you're the only modern comic person I would read as far as, you know, I'm so done with modern Marvel. Not to make
Look,
it as,
indie comics is where it's at right now. The stuff coming out of Marvel, I mean, Conan, the group, I can't remember their name, that runs Conan, pulled out of Marvel. And then, of course, Conan now is public domain. So you're seeing better Conan right now than you've ever seen from indie creators, including my friend Chuck Dixon. And you've got I'm close friends with Chuck Dixon and Mike Barron and have worked with both of them. And I got to tell you, man, the indie scene is where it's at. I don't really pay much attention to the EVS and what's his name? The other.
Oh, Rippaverse.
Yeah, Rippaverse stuff. I support them. Go do your thing. But this infighting is just fucking goofy to me.
That's where you lost me. I thought of buying like one of each, and then the infighting drove me.
Here's
away.
what's going on. This is why it's happening. The fandom for both of them are treating these two as if they're the replacement for Marvel and DC. And so they're creating this weird competitive thing. And it's like, that shouldn't exist in independent comics at all.
They're treating it like it's mainstream already instead of
indie. And it's counterproductive. It's counterintuitive. You know, you just doing that stuff is so unhealthy. I don't partake in it. I refuse to. I've known EVS for about 15 years, you know, but he's gotten to a point where he doesn't even bother talking to me anymore. So I just went, okay, fuck it. I was trying to talk to him about Vindicated, see if he'd throw a word out for a book written and drawn by a veteran that is dedicated to veterans. And his response was fucking, static. And I'm like, I love you, man, but fuck you. You know, these guys are about their stuff. And I'm like, I get it. I don't
That's
reach
why
out to
I
anyone.
try to.
Not reaching out to anybody.
That's why I try to do my best, and not the greatest at it. Still learning the ropes, but I try to share stuff out as best as I know how.
Well, that's really what the community is for. And when the community isn't sharing the stuff out, it gets a little aggravating because they want to focus solely on those two, EVS and Rippa, you know. And I'm like, God damn, man, that's how we got into this fucking mess. Stop doing that.
That's what, I was like, art looks cool, and like Cyberfry was like, look cool. And I'm like, the more it kept going on, I'm like, I went from 100% thinking about it to now I'm at 10% or less. But anyways, not to get too far off the rabbit hole, but let's do what I forget okay, so 80s. Are there any other 80s favorite cartoons?
Are there?
Of you
There's
three?
so many.
Because it's before
by
my
the
time.
80s, look, I didn't watch cartoons for my own pleasure because I was married in the 80s, and so that would have been frowned upon by my wife. But I would sneak
What?
watching cartoons with my son. And so I'd be sitting there watching
Sounds like a
cartoons with my little boy.
I mean,
Well, that's good.
I just mean
What
like
kind of cartoons did you watch with your son?
Well, number one, He-Man and She-Ra were two cartoons that he and I watched a lot together. I watched Flash Gordon. There were some other cartoons that came out in the 80s. I'm trying to think of them right now.
Oh, Jill, you've just launched 1,000 ships.
Oh, Transformers. I watched Transformers. And the
I don't
funny
like-
thing is, what?
Oh,
I was gonna
Jill
say
is
I
dead.
don't. I used to like the Bay Transformers because I don't like. There's only a couple that I actually like anymore. Most of them,
Well-
they focus too much on the human. I mean, on the movie wise and the show. I don't know. I don't watch the cartoons.
Inspector
wait.
Gadget was another one I loved. And I want to throw in
Wait.
Thunder the Barbarian
Okay,
and
but
the Real
wait a minute.
Ghostbusters.
Hang on,
Inspector
before
Gadget
we-
was one of my favorites. I still haven't seen James Bond movies, but I learned all about the genre from Inspector Gadget, and it was
Don Adams was the voice. Get smart.
Yes. I completely
that guy.
forgot about James Bond Jr. in the 90s.
Oh
But
my
wait.
God, that was terrible.
It was. I'm not arguing that, but I just remembered it. But wait, the thing is, and here's my problem with the Bay movies, is that when you watch the cartoon, everything fits because it was made to sell toys. And so they had to sort of visually represent how
Yes.
things all went together. And that's why I prefer sort of Gen 1. Is that what they call it now? Generation 1 Transformers?
Yeah.
The only one that and I know it's the one with Haley Steinfeld, but like Bumblebee is the only one that I really cared about. Like once we started making it, it's like King Arthur had met Optimus Prime, and there was a Tesseract, and it's like, okay, this is so
Good voice there, Scott. I like
Thanks,
your
man.
voice. Yeah. That was good.
I saw this. I don't like number 2.
No. Who likes French Stewart? I'm sure people do.
It was
French
fine.
Stewart
I'll
is
watch
okay
it. I'll-
in little bits.
Yeah. Oh, he was great on
like
Third
here.
Rock. No,
Wait,
but that's Ferris Bueller.
Scotty, don't you have the perfect person who should have been Inspector Gadget, but it's too late now?
Oh yeah, in the live action, the person who was born to play Inspector Gadget visually was Bob Saget.
You know what?
That's-
Yeah, I
that's
can
right.
see that.
That is absolutely who should have played it because he looks exactly like the cartoon. Pull up a picture of Bob Saget, rest his soul.
Yeah, I agree completely. I love Inspector Gadget.
That's how I-
Penny always helped her uncle, and she never asked for any of the credit.
So there
Yeah, I
you
can
go. So,
see that. I can see it now.
Dum 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 dum.
I
Inspector
gotcha.
Gadget. Dum 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 dum.
so there you go. Now show me
What a
Bob
great theme.
Saget. And also, he did sort of have a family image for a while.
Well, in the 80s.
Not Bob Gadget, Bob Saget.
That's what I'm talking about. Bob Saget. Once
Yeah.
he started
No, I
doing
typed
comedy
it
again,
wrong.
he went blue as fuck. And he's funny, dude. I laugh at his comedy.
That
but
never really changed my perception of him. I'm just like, okay, but he was still
he was still a good guy. I got to be
He's
honest
still
with you.
Dad.
Very nice guy and very helpful guy, and a good director. A lot of people don't know he directed the second, the prequel to Dumb and Dumber.
Well, and what did he also Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald?
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, man.
My God, I've never seen so many dead whores in the backs of cars.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Farley says, "Good Lord knows I have."
But yeah, Bob Saget would be the perfect Inspector Gadget, in my opinion.
He would have. I absolutely agree with you. It's good stuff, man.
On the Bob's on
The Bob Saget.
topic. I don't get why they delayed it for how many years? Yeah, they
Delayed what?
should have just done Full House on the reboot. I don't know why they waited so long for the,
Yeah, and I wasn't
Well-
really interested in the reboot. I was like, yeah.
And my
I
little
was like
sister-
happy, and then I'm like, it does.
90s
little sister-
sitcoms were weak.
I don't know, man. Perfect Strangers was kind of awesome. No, wait, that was 80s.
Yeah, 80s is good. Once we got to
Yeah.
the 90s, everything became very tepid and watered down and very cookie cutter. And I just really hated
I don't
that.
know. On the cusp there, you got some good Simpsons. You got Married with Children, but
Simpsons,
they are not animated.
the quality of
Actually, the
Simpsons
Simpsons are
dropped when
Of
Sam
course,
Simone
but
quit.
how many seasons in was that?
I think it was 5 seasons.
I
That's
liked
fine.
it up until season 13.
Makes sense.
I get a little further.
I kind
Like
of dropped out when Sam Simone left and they started making Homer dumb. And I'm like,
yeah.
it just
Dumber.
That's
kind
what I
of
said. That's what I
didn't work
said.
with me.
I agree. Sorry to butt in.
One of my the Halloweens, the only ones that they seem to always get,
Sorry
the
for reading the chat.
Treehouse of Terror is always entertaining, and I still watch every year the Treehouse of Terror because somehow that always is entertaining. But one of the last really good Homer Simpsons we ever got was remember when all the giant what do you call them like Big Boy had the hamburger in his hand in front of the restaurant with what is it called
Lard Lad.
characters.
Lard Lad.
Yeah.
There's a name for what they are.
The donut guys. It's Lard Lad.
Yeah, but there's a name for what those are, those large humanoid looking things. And I forget what it's called. But anyway, they all come to life.
Just don't look. Just don't look.
They all come to life and they're
You can't
destroying the
turn
town. And Marge realizes that this whole thing got started because Homer stole the donut from Lard Boy, right? And she looks at him and says, just give it back to him and it'll all stop. He goes, okay. So he grabs the donut, drags it out, and Lard Boy gets it, grabs it, holds it up, and then starts destroying everything with the donut. And he turns to Marge and says, don't you ever get tired of being wrong? And that was really kind of the last great Homer.
How in the
turns
world-
out the
wait.
actual solution is to not pay attention to the advertising.
Gary, how in the world is this a cartoon? Like cartoon? It's a cartoon movie.
What are we talking about?
It's a cartoon.
Oh, a
within
Google
movie.
search. We're critiquing. We
Oh,
have
Who
to
Framed
wait for
Roger
the-
Rabbit? That's
it's not a
that's
cartoon.
not a cartoon. It has cartoons in it.
Yeah,
but it's not a cartoon.
Okay, so
I also loved Thundercats, by the way. Big fan.
Yeah, dude. I remember the
Chara.
first time.
Hey,
I
Panther.
went.
do you think I should watch him or should I pass?
Jim, my son loved it, but my son is very gay.
I loved Gem because I enjoyed self pleasure at a very young age.
You know what?
It's
I probably would have when I was young too.
It's attractive ladies, yo. It's attractive ladies dancing around on screen, and and I'm just like, I don't even understand. Why are things moving?
Well,
By the
and
way,
you're
Droids,
catching
I
up-
didn't like it.
You didn't like the Droids cartoon? I
No.
liked
I loved
DuckTales.
the
It was Indiana Jones for kids, so that was
Yes.
super cool.
Beetlejuice
and that-
was fun.
Beetlejuice was fun, yes.
What did you guys think of this?
Beetlejuice was
I like
great.
the-
I liked that Beetlejuice was more of Lydia's friend than an antagonist in the cartoon.
Yeah. It was almost a ripoff of Drop Dead Fred.
What did you guys think of
I
that?
love Drop Dead Fred, by the way, Scott.
Yeah, no,
And
but do you
my
think
daughter's a diehard
Com-
fan of that film.
Don't you think it's kind of comparable? You have the mischievous imaginary friend, or in this case, Ghost in Beetlejuice, and then you have Lydia, and then or Phoebe Cates.
Well, that's
It's-
kind of what they
it's
did
kinda
because
cool. Yeah.
that's not what Beetlejuice was in the movie, but it's what they
Right.
made him in the cartoon, and it is very much like the imaginary friend, in that movie.
But that's like I really like Tailspin and DuckTales because in DuckTales, Uncle Scrooge was sort of an authority figure that we could follow in leadership. He'd had foibles, but there were adventures. Sometimes people would get into trouble, but everybody was going
Silverhawk.
to
Gary?
Silverhawks was rad. And
I
then
never watched it.
Tailspin.
I never watched it.
I loved it at the end when you got the moral of the story. They would put you in the cryo tube, and it was like, and here's what you take from this story. And it was like a training thing. It was it was great. I loved it. Don't remember any of the stories, but it was like absolutely trying to sell me toys.
Did you guys ever watch?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Mask?
Yes.
I never did. I wanted to, but just never got a chance to watch it. By the way, with G.I. Joe, I wanted to point something out. My first sergeant was a big fan in the Army. He loved G.I. Joe.
Was his last name Slaughter?
No, it was not.
Okay.
But
right.
he, one morning during formation, he was talking, and then at the end of it, he says, just remember, knowing is half the battle. And I just sort of I raised my hand in formation because I was in the front as a squad leader. I raised my hand, and he turned and looked at me. He said, what do you want, Kissel? He never called me my name right. It was Cassell. But he called me Kissel. And I just responded, losing is also half the battle, First Sergeant.
Sounds like a guy who works for Cobra.
And you would think my first sergeant hated me, but he always thought the shit I would say to him was funny. I used to say fucked up shit to him in formation, but I would say it with such a straight face that it took him a while to figure out if I was fucking with him or not.
Good relationship.
Oh, Fraggles. I love Fraggles.
Oh, what about Muppet Babies? Did you guys care about Muppet Babies?
No.
I watched the one season of it in the 80s.
Which isn't.
I loved Muppet Babies when I was a kid.
Nice.
It had a lot of. It inspired me to do a lot of things. I loved the episode where they tried to do animation, stop motion animation, and stuff like that. Very creative stuff.
Gary, you would know.
Yeah.
Why is Fraggle Rock on app? What's the story behind Fraggle Rock on Apple TV, not Disney, or who owned them beforehand?
Oh, it's different.
Well, it's Jim Henson that created the show, but I'm not sure what company. I think wasn't Deke involved with that. I don't know.
I do. So
they had a show at Karate Kid. Wow.
Okay.
Yes, they did. It was terrible.
So with the Fraggles, it's kind of the same thing as Muppet Street, Sesame Street. That's owned by Children's Television Workshop. And then Fraggle Rock was a Canadian production, and it wasn't associated with the Muppet franchise. And so when they bought the Muppets, I don't even think they bought the Fraggles. Maybe they licensed the Fraggles. I don't know. But no, they were three separate entities. That's why Disney doesn't own Sesame Street.
I'm so mad. Did you guys ever? I know it was never in
HBO, which would be Time Warner.
Okay.
For a little while, HBO Max had all of the Sesame Street, and then they got rid of them. Oh, and speaking of Sesame Street, I'll be right back.
By the way, there was a girl back in the 80s. I had really long hair because I was in rock bands. And I would put on my hat, and my hair sometimes would cover part of my face. And she called me Boober.
Nice.
And it's because of that I started watching Fraggle Rock, because I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. She was Boober. He's like the Ringo Starr-looking character on Fraggle Rock. And I went, what the fuck is Fraggle Rock? And so because of her, I found out about it. And she was so hot, I didn't mind her calling me that.
Hey, so I know it's not a cartoon, but I'm so mad that Disney got rid of this. Look it up sometime on. Yeah, like there was a walkthrough attraction. It was actually this.
Was a ride that you like to go to?
No, I never went on it, but it had it had I don't know how to describe it, but it was like a walkthrough attraction in Japan. Tokyo Sea, I think. But give me 1 minute. Talk amongst yourself. I gotta go move to another room really quick. I'll be right back.
Oh man, I love the Black Cauldron, and John Biner did the voice of Gurgi in it, and I used to imitate him all the time. girl like Smudges and Crunches. Smudges and Crunches in there somewhere.
Oh, it sounds like you can do a whole bunch of different impressions with the voice like
Oh,
that.
I do impressions all the time. My buddy Mac and I, both of us worked in radio. And what I did in radio is I wasn't a DJ. I was a voice actor, and I would go in there and do commercials and do voices for him.
Cool.
The hardest one I ever did was Anthony Hopkins as the serial killer, Silence of the Lambs. And I had to listen to him for like 20 minutes in order I had to listen to him right before doing the recording. And then afterward, I was like, I could probably never do that again. Because it's just not in my wheelhouse, his voice. But I'll turn around like I was doing Norm Macdonald without even knowing I was doing Norm Macdonald. It was just my sarcastic voice.
Oh, that's great when it just happens naturally.
Yeah, why don't you do that? You know, that was sort of Norm Macdonald. And a buddy of mine at work said, you know, that sounds like Norm Macdonald. I said, who the fuck is Norm Macdonald?
Well, that's a way to find out about somebody.
Yeah, it often happened to me. And so I found out. Also, I did a voice very similar to Phil Hartman. And especially like when he was doing Lionel Hutz and stuff, that was one of my other voices I would do just naturally. And somebody said, you sound like you're doing Phil Hartman. And I'm like, what? That's how I found out who Phil Hartman was. Just doing voices.
So you were just randomly doing just random voices.
Yeah, like one day I just fell into doing Nicholson at work one day. And let me try to see if I can do it real quick. Like, follow to it. There's some days where I just get tired of working for you. You know, and my boss was like, that's fucking awesome. I got a buddy of mine paid me $20 to do the voice on his answering machine.
That's cool. Hey, that's a good little side job then.
Oh, Sassy, you didn't know Ghostbusters had a cartoon? Yeah, it's why Ghostbusters changed.
Yes.
The movies.
Yeah, the
first movie, the only thing really thing it had in common with the second Ghostbusters was the actors. The writing was based on the story structure was based on the cartoon series. That's why Janine was involved with the other character, the accountant character, and that was based on the cartoon. They made changes to Ghostbusters permanently, and it's all the way going into the film that they did a couple of years ago and the new one. The influence is there because Dan Aykroyd, oddly, was a big fan of the cartoon, and he loved what they did. Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
Why did they?
Aykroyd loved it.
So why did they get rid of? Did they just run out of funding for the cartoon, or?
I don't know. No, that shit happens. Things are in favor one week, and a few weeks later, numbers drop a little, and then.
I just didn't know if you had any back. I mean,
no knowledge on it. I know that when Tom Connors and I did our show about Ghostbusters, we went into a little bit of what was good about the cartoon and what was bad about it, and how some of that bad leaked into the TV series.
Which one?
Into the films, and permanently changed Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Because the first film, the way it was shot without the comedy, it's kind of a horror film. It's what you refer to as a sci-fi film with horror elements.
So like Alien.
Mm-hmm. No, less than Alien, because Alien is straightforward horror. A sci-fi film.
What I mean is
in a horror genre.
What I mean is take the Alien, put it with Ghost, and get rid of the space. Is what I meant to say.
Kind of. Except for they're not killed, but there is a threat to life.
That's what I was trying to say.
There is a threat.
It came off wrong.
The general threat, but Ghostbusters had to PG it up. The original script was like 400 or 500 pages long.
Yeah, it was Dan Aykroyd crazy.
It was. Well, Dan Aykroyd is. I know. I get it.
He's eccentric.
I'm mildly Asperger's. I'm on the spectrum, but I'm so low that most people wouldn't notice. and he is higher on the spectrum. And so when I heard that he did that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And it took Harold Ramis to fix it. And Harold did. Ivan Reitman is the one who brought Harold Ramis in.
Yeah.
And it was a smart move because he knew that he could really help pick it apart and turn it into a good script. Because there was a story in there that they thought could be told as a movie. But if they tried to shoot what was written by Dan Aykroyd, it would be over $1 billion to make.
and 5 hours long.
And that's how much movies cost nowadays. But back then, that would have been impossible.
Yeah. And I've always wanted to, because I've never gotten to read Aykroyd's original script, and I would love to get a copy of that to read what he did.
Yes.
But Ghostbusters is, to me, 82 and 84 and I think 86 were the best years for movies in the 80s, for just an onslaught of great fucking films. 82, holy crap, so many great films came out that year. Conan the Barbarian, Star Trek, Wrath of Khan, Blade Runner, The Thing. Blade Runner and The Thing are my two favorite films ever made, and they will never change. My top 5 will never change. All of them are Ridley Scott and John Carpenter. They're my top 5 films. And because they had an impact on me as a creator. And in fact, if you go to anything I've ever written or drawn, you will see something that will remind you of either Blade Runner or The Thing. Because
Sorry, I'm trying to look up something really quick. I'm trying to get a good one. I'm trying to look at Tier Maker to see a good tier list to do. I'm trying to find it really quick. No, I don't like any of those. And use opportunity.
I'm getting worried. My friend is not home yet.
Okay, so let me do one more look.
I forgot about Alvin.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna do. I know 3 of you probably haven't seen any of these. I tried to do an 80s one, but I can't seem to find anything. So we're doing Cartoon Network original shows 93 to now, because I can't seem to find 2000 only. I don't know why I can't find it, but let me just see really quick if I can just find a better one. What if I did? I'm on the fly. Should have done my homework, but today was a weird.
It's okay. I didn't do any homework for this either. It's just cool to be here.
Yeah.
Very good. I normally get so. How do you know?
Well, I remember when I was a kid, I went to Whataburger. It's a fast food place in Texas, and I learned about Cartoon Network first coming out for the first time, and I was like, "What? Cartoons 24/7? This sounds amazing. It's like a kid's dream come true."
Here we go. I'm just doing Cartoon Network cartoon tier list maker. Okay. Let me just boot this up. I'm going away from my original idea a little bit because I wanted to do a tier list. Thought I could find it. For some reason I can't. So, here we go. We're starting here and we're going to this one. You just tell me where to put it. And then we.
That's what she said.
Planet,
yeah.
Where do you want me to put it.
Where do you want this?
I never saw that, but I heard lots of good things. It's probably an A.
Are you talking about what are we talking about now?
Adventure
Cartoon
Time.
Network.
Oh, Adventure Time. I enjoyed the crap out of that. I did not like the reboot series. It was terrible.
I don't like the reboot.
It was totally DEI and pointless. Ben 10 was a lot of fun.
Never saw it.
I've never heard of this.
I watched Johnny
Don't you
Bravo. I watched Ben 10.
Yes.
I watched Adventure Time. I watched Chowder.
Wait. Where do you want me to put Ben 10?
Oh, it would be down at D.
Oh wow, you're giving Ben 10 the D. All right.
Well, there's better shows. I mean, Courage, I would put above Ben 10.
All right.
I'd
I
put
don't know
that at-
why they
at
have
C.
so many of them. Do you want
Well,
them all on D?
Grab Ben 10 again.
Ben 10 again. No, there's a lot of Ben 10s. They're really
Oh,
happy about their Ben 10s.
Yeah, just
I didn't enjoy the live action
A lot
as
of
much as I was
spin-offs to that
hoping I
Ben
would.
10.
I don't like
We're
it
at
either.
Ben 50.
I'm sorry. Laszlo has to be up here.
Get
Just
Camp
my
Lazo.
opinion.
Camp Laszlo?
Laszlo.
Never heard of
Yeah,
it.
look it up. Be like, believe me, if I
trust
could,
you.
Courage
If I
the
could-
Cowardly Dog was a fucking dark show. And
Yes.
my daughter and I
Give me
would
the
watch the
heebie-jeebies.
shit out of that. It was so dark.
Courage
you know,
is wonderful. It was.
I
really
loved it.
fun.
I loved it.
this is an F.
If it's
Well, I
past
enjoyed it.
2005, I probably won't know what's going on.
I enjoyed the crap out of Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, I
Tell
like
me
Johnny
if you
Bravo.
disagree with where I put it.
Oh,
No,
I like that show. I would also put up there either in A or B. Oh my God, the three characters had the same name but spelled differently.
Oh,
Oh,
Ed,
yeah.
Yeah,
Let
Ed
me
and
see.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a great
I'm
cartoon.
looking. I don't.
I agree completely. It was kind of stupid, but in a good way.
Kinda?
I thought it was brilliant.
Hey,
It is
I'm not.
writing
Hey,
and how they
wait.
hid
Do
in
you guys
their
see it?
intelligence.
Because I don't
in the
see
writing.
it. Do you guys see
It's
it?
not there. I don't see it.
Well, no, to make it entertaining at the same time, but still be lowbrow, but still be good.
Yeah,
Cow and
because there's
chicken.
a cleverness to that show that blew my mind. By the way, Teen
What?
Titans Go
You
is
can't put-
garbage.
Why are you putting cow and chicken at a C? You didn't like cow and chicken?
I'm just. I would be after. I was more Kid Next Door in the last low, and Chowder
never-
more than Cow and Chicken.
It sounds like Jill is being like, objection, Your Honor.
Yes, I object. Also, the
I'm not
original
kidding.
Power Girls was really good too.
Yeah, they didn't care that they were different species. They were family.
So you
That's
say
okay
where
with
do
me.
you? Okay, where do you put
B's
it
good.
then? If
B
I
is
don't.
great. B's perfect.
B is okay? All right.
You need
Better-
to find
Yeah,
better
exactly.
phrasing, Wade. You really need to find better phrasing.
I don't know.
Everything you're saying just makes my brain go back to a sex joke. So, but
Welcome
don't
to my
forget the
world.
original Teen Titans cartoon was fucking
No,
brilliant.
no, I love that.
Teen Titans
I
Go
love
was
that,
awful.
Go
It was
is
an insult.
horrible. I didn't even gave it. I heard about it. I was like, oh, cool. We're actually going back to the.
Yeah, they're bringing the
old
same
TV.
actors back, everything, and then it was just stupid.
Hey,
All right,
Dexter's
this
Oh,
has-
Lab.
there's Ed. I
That's-
found Ed,
that's
Ed
Oh,
and
Dexter's
Eddie.
Lab. Oh,
Dexter-
where?
Dexter's an S.
Top left.
Where? Tell me.
Top left.
There it is.
Where?
Yeah, Ed and Eddie, the very top
Oh,
left.
there it is.
That's an
Where?
A.
A?
That is an A. Yes, A. That was a
I'll put
great
it-
show. Ed and Eddie.
I'm not putting it in front of Dexter's, but I'll put
No,
it.
that's
in there.
fine. This is your list.
With
Do
help.
not-
Yeah, if it's yours.
Do not include Teen Titans Go because that is just a garbage show.
I wasn't down there. I'm going like in order.
Are we gonna put
but
clone? Are we gonna put Clone Wars at the very top?
We'll get there.
Okay,
I've never heard of Evil Clone. Have you guys?
I am an evil clone.
I'm just putting it down here because I've never
That
heard of
makes
it.
sense. Sure. Well, if that's the criteria, then all the things are Fs.
Yeah,
For
for
me.
me also.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I try to find 80s.
Oh, I know 90s stuff too. I grew up in the 90s. I was a toddler basically in the 80s.
So this is here. No, that goes there. That goes there. Rex is. I'll put it with C.
Never watched
Grim
it.
and Evil. Never heard of this.
Oh, Grim! Oh my God, I love that show.
All right, where? Tell me. What
Grim
letter?
was hilarious. Oh man, but is it Grim Evil? I'm thinking of the show with the Grim was death. And he hung out with the two kids.
Yeah, that was fun.
Was that the same show? What was the title?
No, that's Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, Billy and Mandy is the one I'm thinking of. So I saw the name Grim, and I'm like, that's it. But no, that's not the show I thought it was.
Okay,
I like
Powerpuff
that
Girls
show.
is basically
No.
a Japanese kaiju and Batman 60s, so I want that at the top. I love Powerpuff Girls.
So
Also-
basically, Gary is basically like a not a knockoff, like a side
It's a
story.
spin-off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, spin-off is what I meant to say.
But I love the
Yeah, I
original.
think it's- but anyways,
I've never seen that one. I've only seen the original. Now shit was funny.
all right. So what D?
Yeah, we can't see your little chart.
Oh.
I like the chart.
Hold on. I know what I realized I did. We're getting there. Okay, back. Here we go. We're good. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So put it on there. Never heard of this, so this goes there. Never. I don't like that. Hate that show. Bravo will be up.
When you
Johnny
say
Bravo
I
is
don't,
great.
when you say I don't like that, hate that show, can you like name the show so I can know?
I don't know what it is. It's
Oh.
like a modern. It's like modern.
Well, see,
Like-
a
I've seen
bit of
it,
the
don't
problem,
like it.
a bit of the problem with these images is that you can't read the whole thing. You can't tell.
I know,
what-
right? So I mean, like I know Powerpuff, regular show. Don't remember it. This one was funny. That's basically Lego, so that'll be instant F in my book
Okay.
because I watched
Haven't
it
seen it.
briefly on. I watched it live and it was like, nah. What other one? Regular show goes up there. It still holds up. It's actually like that in between kid and adult humor. Like almost like a Kirk, almost, but not as dark. I don't know. That's how I would describe it. Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I'm just trying to go through Samurai Jack. I will put it at B. Never got into it, but I know everybody is a beloved classic.
Oh my
So
god, a
I'll-
B. It deserves at least an A, but you know it's your list. You can put it at B if you want.
Yeah, like Samurai Jack is pretty bitchin'.
I'll get like it's
Although-
in it's in
Yeah,
in
Samurai
between.
Jack was great.
Like if
I'm
you
not
wanted
gonna put it over these, obviously, but I'll put
I couldn't
it.
get enough of. I couldn't get enough of it. I didn't mean to watch Samurai Jack, but then when I started, I couldn't stop. And
Yeah.
then they would put them right next to each other and keep playing them. So you
Well,
could-
and that's the thing is that if they're
Yeah.
talking about the animated, like the same guy who made Samurai Jack Clone Wars, oh, that is
No,
was-
this is
that was
no.
aces.
So Clone Wars is the 3D.
yeah, no, but I'm talking about the Jenny Tedorowski is, and I'm
Yeah.
mispronouncing
I
the
love
idiot.
that. That would be up here.
Yeah, that's
That one would be like top 3 on S
Yeah.
tier.
that's just.
But-
I'm wondering if that's the Clone Wars that they're referring to.
I have no clue,
All right.
but I don't think so because the logo looks like the one that's on Disney Plus. I know
It
they're
looks
both
like
on it.
every other Star Wars logo. It
You
basically
know,
looks like the logo for Return of the Jedi.
No, come on.
What?
Give it an A.
Fine, I'll
At
give it
least
an
an
A.
A.
Fine.
Who's that? Powerpuff
Powerpuff
Girls?
Girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
I would see it here and there.
Blossoms.
Most of these I didn't.
Mandarin.
I didn't have cable,
Bubbles.
so whenever I went to relatives that had it, I would watch. These would be on.
she's the joy and the laughter. And Buttercup, she's the toughest fighter.
I don't know what you just said, little kid, but you reached out. You touched your brother's heart.
Well, isn't that what
Okay,
this stream is
please
about?
please don't get mad, but I hate Steve. Oh, you know what? I'll
You hate what?
put on a Steven Universe.
I've never seen it. You
Yeah,
can hate
me
it all you
neither.
want. It's
You
just
can't
never
admit.
enough time
You
on it.
can't admit.
I
Look
didn't
it up
like it.
later.
I
And,
thought
like,
it was.
it was fine, but I'm not gonna. I want to put it on F, but I'm like, I watched a little bit, so I'll put it on the. where I
It
put
was
it.
written by a neo-feminist, not old school feminist, the real feminist.
You know what?
And
You
that's why I
know
don't
the
like
show
it.
that I'm. You know the show that I hate that they got rid of too soon. They got rid of Symbionic Titan. It's an F.
What was that?
This Symbionic Titan. I'll tell you in a
I don't
second.
think I've
Let me
ever
just
heard
get-
of it.
It came around here. Oh, I got it. I remember it because it would always go. I bet if you saw this art, I know I'm showing my age, but basically,
No, that is not a phrase a young man gets to use.
I'm almost half of. I don't know. Anyways,
It's supposed to be a compliment. What I was attempting was a compliment.
no, you're good. Basically, he's the so it's basically thing of Power Rangers, but she's like the what would you say, the body, like run the brains. She's the like a military guy, and I forget the story on her, but it came out in it was 20 episodes. It was made by the same person that made the 2D Clone Wars.
Yeah, Jenny.
But yeah. Characters.
Jendi.
Yeah. Voice cast. I'm trying to see. Anybody heard of these? Anybody on here?
Nothing.
Anyway, that's what. So basically, what that is what this level of it is. I'm mad that they got rid of it too soon.
Did you ever get into Afro Samurai?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
It was okay. It was on Spike TV. It was voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. It was kind of bitching. It was like I guess I would have been about I would say 22 when it came out, and it was rad. But that was a 90s cartoon, not a kid's cartoon though.
I can't tell on Ben 10 which one's the original.
I
can't believe they made so many of them.
I
Never
don't
watched
know
any of
which one came first, so I just pick one of them. Anyways, if I messed up on the wrong, what would you say, logo art, then that was my. Hey, this will be. I'll put it after Powerpuff, but I'll put it on the same tier. Don't care. I mainly did it for the ones that everybody would know, like seeing. Team Squad.
You can also put the remake for the Powerpuff wherever you want, because I don't like it.
Which one's the remake?
Reboots never work.
Is this the
These
reboot?
modern remakes
that's
never work.
Yeah, that's
Reboots.
I didn't like it at all.
I was like, that's what I thought, because I thought that was the original, and then I forgot they made a reboot. Hey, Gary, I know it's a kid's show, but I feel like this would be up your alley.
What?
Look up. I
love that show, dude. Yeah. Flapjack, I cry.
Yeah.
Look, I use my kids. All my kids were born 10 years apart. Okay. Each kid was born 9 to 10 years apart. And that allowed me to do 30 years of morning cartoons with my kids and not have anybody
All right,
question
to
what I'm
be
doing.
fair, I don't like this version, but because of who originally did the old cartoon of Transformers, Gary,
It was
like
Marvel.
the 80s.
Marvel?
No, I'm talking about the TV show, like the TV
Yeah.
movie, and
It was Marvel Entertainment. That was one of their first. It was a
In the 80s?
collaboration, but yeah, it was a collaboration between Hasbro and Marvel.
just not for this. I mean,
Yeah, it's produced by Marvel, but Hasbro put the money in for advertising to sell toys.
I'm sad.
He-Man was done the same way, but hey, guys, I got a bolt. It was great hanging out with you guys. Scott, am I
Hey,
following
Gary.
you on X?
I don't know. Let me look.
What is your
Hey,
name on
his-
X?
No, it's in the
Exactly
private
how
chat. It's on the
exactly
private
how
chat.
it reads. It is.
Oh,
in
there it
private
is.
chat.
All right, I see it. Open in
And I
tab.
tagged him on the tweet too. on
And
the show
I
tweet.
have officially blocked you. There we go.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I mean, followed you, not blocked.
Thank you. I appreciate
Sorry,
it.
Gary.
man.
I didn't
So
see your
impressed.
private message. My bad.
Today was not a day that I was expecting to speak to a G.I. Joe comic book cover artist, and so I've
worked on a lot of cool comics. I've worked on the
man.
A-Team. In fact, when we
that's
went to
right.
see the movie, my daughter says, "You should let my dad in free. He worked on the comic," and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
his
an
comic.
artist. It's
Hey,
not my comic.
Gary.
It's not."
Gary,
Yeah.
I know people are gonna. I'll say this last thing, then I'll let you. I like the second one as like the ninja part of the story, like the
What are
live
we talking
action
about?
G.I. Joe, the
Oh,
Rock, the second one. I don't like everything, but I like the.
well,
trailer for
it was a better
and the ninja
film.
part.
They just still didn't get it right, and that was my
No,
problem
yeah.
with it. The one thing that they always got right in those two films was Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
They always
but
get it right.
they didn't. I'm mad they didn't make Duke a blonde. You should be a blonde, right?
First of all, Duke was a fucked up character in the movies, and it was wasted, complete waste of time. I didn't like that they brought The Rock in. I like The Rock, but I did not like him in G.I. Joe. I didn't like Bruce Willis in G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that
it
was
didn't make any
lame.
sense. But I mean, it was. I liked it in the movie for The Rock and Willis to be in it, but lore-wise, that's where like I can put Transformer lore versus.
I hated the plot twist in the first film for Cobra Commander.
Oh,
was
the
just
brother. The brother.
It was just so fucking dumb. I hated it. But unlike you, Scott, I actually liked his performance as Destro. Chris.
Oh yeah, Christopher Eccleston was great
Doctor
as Destro.
Who. He was
My
Doctor
biggest
Who,
thing
too.
was that stupid helmet at the end when they tried to put
Yeah.
the helmet on him. That was like
They should have just left it off.
Well, no,
his
they should have
performance was great.
They should have Robert Patrick T1000 his head. Just give him a bald cap and put some like.
Oh, I
dang
see what
hat.
you're saying. Yeah.
Like just do that.
Yeah,
you
I
don't
would've
actually
done
make
that
a physical
instead.
mask. Just make because the rest of his body's normal, right? So you could have just done. Well, anyway, you have to
Well,
run. I
but-
don't want to hold you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
sorry.
have to run.
Yeah,
but,
I'm getting
I-
worried that my friend's not back home yet, and we're
you gotta
just
make
make
still
sure
stuck
they're
at urgent
okay.
care.
I promise we'll do a G.I. Joe show some point down the road. We'll do
It's
it.
really
It's
funny
later.
is that when people talk to me about G.I. Joe, they'll go, "You love the cartoons. Did you like the action figures?" And I went, "I like the action figures when it was the action
humans?
team, and it was 12 inches tall." And
Oh,
I
wow.
always loved that comedian back in the 80s when he said, "You ever notice that all the G.I. Joe action figures look angry?" Here's my explanation. If you were shrunk down to 2 inches from 6 inches, you'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
And I grew up playing with those. I played with the Kung Fu grip and all that shit.
You mean the
And
big
the
Barbie
12-inch
doll?
action figures. Yeah, those were.
Yes.
That was my G.I. Joe. But I didn't like the toys. I could care less about them. My son didn't like them either.
I
oddly,
have a. I love them, but that's the age gap.
all my friends did. I wasn't into them, but I loved the cartoon and the comic books. And
We'll
that's
have
where I am.
We'll have a G.I. Joe show in a toy same panel, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'll let you run, Gary. I can tell you're.
Also, I want to point out just one issue, not the issue immediately after the issue I drew. Hama did the final issue.
Oh, wow.
And he replicated exactly what I did on my cover.
Oh,
and,
wow.
You know, I was not happy with that. I'm like,
well,
where is
it?
it?
Done was give me a nod for being the first artist to have done that cover where Duke punches Cobra Commander like Captain America punched Adolf. That was what I was doing there. And then he replicated it in the not the next one, but the following cover, which was the final one with IDW. And I wasn't pissed about it, but I'm not happy with it. It's always bugged me that he did that because I know he saw my cover.
No, I'm interested to compare and contrast. And if Wade's going to do a G.I. Joe stream, I can't think of a better expert.
There you go.
Nope.
The only thing wrong with my cover is if I'd colored it, it would have been better. In fact, I have my own colored version that I did. That's much, much better.
Oh, you colored it better?
I don't know when we're going to do
I'm a
this,
better
but
colorist than whoever that guy was that colored my cover. I got mad when I did Codeword Geronimo, which was a best-selling graphic novel, outsold All Hail Megatron with IDW. It's called Codeword Geronimo, created by me, drawn by me, and written by Dale Dye from Platoon, Saving Private Ryan, and all those movies. And I work for him. I'm the official artist for Warriors Incorporated, which is Dale Dye's company. And I got so angry when Tom from IDW had hired this company from Spain to color the book. Because I said, give me 2 weeks and delay the release by 2 weeks and I'll color it. And he's like, no, we got to get it out by this date. It's a hard deadline. I went, oh, fuck. So literally the last day, as I'm uploading files onto their server, I'm going in and trying to fix some of the coloring because it was so bad. And there are, out of the 78 pages of the graphic novel, I would say close to about, that book right there, Codeword Geronimo.
See, I know this.
It's the first graphic novel to ever win the coveted Military Writers Association of America's award for first graphic novel ever. And my book covers that I do for Warriors Inc. has won more Military Writers award. And it's not because of my art. It's just I'm associated with those books that have won the award. So I've done the artwork for more award-winning books to the Military Writers Association. I love that back cover. It's badass. There's a newer version of the book because I got the rights back from IDW, and I went in and redrew some of the artwork and redrew the cover, which I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can find it here.
I didn't mean to derail you on G.I. Joe talk.
No, it's okay, man. Oh, you're talking, yeah.
You didn't
I
mean
just
to
know
talk
you
about
gotta
G.I.
run,
Joe on a cartoon stream. Oh yes, right.
Yeah.
Because he does have.
No, I just mean like I
I
should have let him go like probably 5 minutes ago or whatever.
Yeah, you know I like talking with friends, so I love hanging out with friends, just talking and talking. And so I'm going to see if I can find the new cover, and I'll see, because it was really. Oh, here's the page. One of the pages I recolored. Let me give you the link to this.
Where are you sending it? Private chat?
Yeah, private chat. I had to redraw every single panel with the helicopter because at the time we didn't know what the helicopter looked like. We had a general idea, and I got some of the things wrong because I was the one that drew it. And I'm like, oh, I was wrong here. I did the side panels wrong. I did the windshield wrong. So when I got a chance to redraw it, I went in and fixed that. Now you'll see the highlight on that guy on the top, on his head, very first panel. Yeah. That's me going in and fixing that because the rest of it, look at how the lighting looks so flat on everybody. And then you go to that bottom panel on the left of the gun, and look how I made it look metal.
Yes.
That was just, I was doing this page after page, trying to add little elements that'll make the page pop a little bit. Oh man, I fucking hated that colorist. God damn. I'm sorry.
Obviously,
You're
digital colors.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand.
I was gonna say that I always thought it was digital. And I'm like, maybe it
No,
wasn't.
I know, but that's the thing is that I'm such a sucker for classic sort of pen, paper, ink,
Yeah,
and all
I
that
stopped.
jazz. Is that I still my brain. I'm like, I don't even know how the fucking technology works. Sorry about the swear. So, like, I know you can get a drawing tablet and you can do all that, but I just don't understand looking at something else. Like, you know how people can touch type? They don't have to look at the
Yeah, that's the only
anyway.
setback with doing it is you don't have any original art. But they're home.
Well, that's
there's
good
another.
news.
Take a look at that. Take a look at that second link I just sent too.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
the
I
movie
was-
poster I did for the movie Escape from.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
What was it called? Escape from Cell something. I can't remember. It's a movie.
Is that Charles Bronson?
No, that's the actor that looks like Charles Bronson.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's
I'm
called
glad
Charlie something. I can't remember. But people looked at it and thought that was a photo. And no, that's a painting.
Well,
you can go
great.
in and just look at all the detail I put in to the faces.
Like Struzan.
I am a student of Drew Struzan. I'm friends with Drew and his wife, Dylan. And Drew is the one who taught me to do a lot of things. And I have an email, and I've showed it to people, where he says, I am one, not the, but one of the only other artists that understood what he was doing and replicates it correctly. Because I can do Drew Struzan style. I can absolutely do one. I did a poster for Josh Becker, one of his Westerns. And it was a nod to Amsel and Drew Struzan.
Well, it's a high compliment.
Well, Amsel's the only artist I never met, Richard Amsel. I've always wanted to. I've known many of the famous movie poster artists.
The
Friends.
only artist you've never met? You've met all of them.
No,
except
the
him.
only modern
All right.
movie poster artist I haven't met. That's a real artist.
It's just jokes. Jokes.
And it's John Alvin. I was friends with John Alvin. What a sad fucking day when he died. He went to the gym, had a workout with his wife. They came home and he says, I'm feeling a little off. I think I'm going to go lie down. And he laid down and he fucking died in his sleep.
Well, that's the best
Gary.
way to go, yo.
Hey, I'm sending you a. Sorry, this is off topic. Check your Twitter DM after. I feel like you would. I don't want to go into that show because it's not a cartoon, but I feel like you would have a for your one of your shows at some point, Gary. It's Star Wars related, but TDS just posted a tweet. That's why I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at you.
Oh shit, this is cool too. I worked on the Back to the Future comic books for IDW on their covers, and that was a fun gig. Let me tell you, I got to do. I was second artist on the cover for ROM crossover with Back to the Future. And Tom goes, "Man, you did that really well." He says, "Do you like ROM?" And I went, "No, I never fucking liked ROM. Never read the comic book."
One. No, it's not the. So which one is it? The link?
Back to the Future ROM. Is that the one you're asking about?
No, I thought you were posting a link or something, but
No, I couldn't find it. I'm looking for the cover, so I'm probably just going to open it up on my computer and just share the screen with you so you can see the new cover to the book.
I'm gonna look up some things. So, Jill, if you can do me a favor and tell me if there's a new chat, just monitor chat to see that way in case I miss chat really quick. We'll get to the 2000s.
All right, here we go. This is the new cover art for when we do the reprinting of the book as an anniversary edition. We're also referring to it as the author's preferred edition.
So
Because
wait,
we're able to fix.
for the 90s, you only watch Cartoon Network. You didn't watch. You didn't
What?
watch Nickelodeon. You didn't watch Disney.
No,
cartoons, you didn't
we're
watch-
good. We're getting back there. I'm just trying to finish up Gary's stuff.
I loved watching
Oh,
Nickelodeon
right.
shows with my daughter, by the way. iCarly was fucking great. It was one of my favorite shows.
So
That is-
this, oh, there you.
I'm too
Yeah,
old
that
for it,
looks
so-
like. You know what this looks like? It looks like the back cover. If you took the building and the helicopter out.
I was more the
Very-
Keenan and Kel era.
Well, the left side of the screen, this is the back cover. And right down the middle is where the spine is for the new book. And then the cover is the new drawings I did of the
Oh,
helicopters.
never mind.
Which are
I forgot
far-
you said new cover.
Yeah. This is
Got
the
it.
new front and back cover for the book.
That's the front cover with the helicopter and the house?
In the house. That's the building that he was in.
That's
and the
that's
back
the front
cover.
cover.
Yeah, that's the front of the cover. And the title the title will go here. You can see
Yeah.
my cursor. That's where the title will go, and then credits will go on the wall.
Well, I just have
And,
a question.
Yeah.
Don't like when you are marketing a book or designing the cover, do people not respond more to seeing people on the cover?
No. It's
Okay.
because that's what I do for a living is book covers and posters. And
No,
shit.
I know. I'm just asking.
And what I
it's a
find
thing
is
I heard.
when it's reduced down logo, because there's an actual logo for this, on the cover, it fits and stands out better. The back cover actually has the Military Writers Award right here in the black. And because I don't know if because I didn't see it.
No, I get what you're saying.
I think it's probably in, let me go in this book here, this one here, Code Word. I think it's in here. God almighty. I've got so much stuff going on with my computer.
Oh my god, look at all the pornography.
Oh, you can show my screen, dude. Show my screen.
I even felt bad. I'm like,
It's just
I didn't
a
realize-
joke.
Here we
no,
go. Here
no,
we
no,
go.
no, Scotty. I just didn't realize if you knew what, because I've done that before.
No.
Yeah.
No, like
So here you go. You see how the logo works and why that's perfect for the cover.
Yeah.
Because it makes the logo stand out, and then the back cover has what it has with the Military Writers.
Yeah, I like.
No,
yeah,
dude.
I like that.
I
better.
mean, even the Associated Press was like, "This is a good book."
It's
And-
a good cover. Yeah, no, now that I see the finished work, I stand absolutely corrected.
And there's the
Yes,
Warriors.
it definitely looks like a cover. Cool.
And what I fixed was on the original cover, I had the wrong night vision. I didn't know what night vision they were using. They're actually using these Nogs, which had the 4. This gives almost a 3D image through the night vision. So they're able to get a better idea of what's going on around them and able to use their weapons and aim correctly. Because that can hurt you. The old Nogs didn't help with aiming.
So
they
you're talking about
kinda
the
sucked.
3 circles instead of the 2 circles, Gary?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're.
You've got the
yeah.
4 lenses. These are the ones
Oh,
that
I didn't
added.
realize there was 4.
I
Yeah.
updated. Also, we found out how many helicopters were actually on the mission later, and so I added them in. We had 2 Chinooks, 47s, C-47s, and
Yeah.
they had the 2 stealth Blackhawks. And I pronounced that correctly, Black Hawks, so it doesn't sound like I'm saying Blackhawks.
Yeah.
My partner on Pop Culture Minefield, he has a little bit of the in the back of his throat when he talks, and when he says Blackhawks, it just.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't.
And he's
mean to say
and he's a
it.
black guy, and I always tell him like, stop bragging, dude. Stop bragging. So, but there you go. That was when it comes out. That'll be the new cover for it. So you got a sneak peek of what's coming
Preview.
tomorrow on Pop Culture Minefield. Where Anima and I are going to be talking about Popeye, the movie with
Which-
Shelley Duvall
Oh, that
and
makes
Robin
sense.
Williams. Yeah, we
Oh, I
wanted to do
was
something.
like,
Because Robin Williams and Shelley, I've not done anything for either of them in the past. I'm trying to get her to watch The Shining with me, and she hates horror. And it's like
I don't
I don't
like.
know.
I never. I only no. The problem is like the I've been to not the normal hotel, but the one that they use for the outside. I've been there.
Oh, the one in Colorado.
No. Here, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull it up. I'm not going to show a picture, but I can send, just because it has me in it. I think, if I remember right. Give me 1 second. Off topic. I just got it. Problem is, I normally use maps on my phone, not on a laptop, so I'm trying to get back to using. Come on, not there. There's. There we go. If I can just find the stupid pictures. Anyways, here, I'm just gonna do this quick, then you can get out of here whenever you want to, Gary. So I'm taking it. So basically, I've been to. I have 3 tabs and I can't remember. 3. Why can I not? Let me see if this will do. No, not there. Trying to get the outside. Trying to see really quick. So I've been in. So this is Mount Hood Meadows. I've been inside the there. Let me see if I can really quick stop sharing. Do it really quick. Mount Hood Meadows. Probably would have helped if I would have had a log to it. There we go. Do this. Give me 1. I'm getting it. It would help if I typed it in correctly. There we go. So I've been here to this one. But yeah, I've been inside this one. I've never stayed in it, but I've seen it. But anyways, and you were talking Shiny. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm trying to get her to watch The Shining with me so we can do the show. Because every other week I do a show with Tom called Tom and Gary, and we talk about classic films. This weekend we're doing Alien. We're going to talk about the original film from '79. But Anima and I do every Wednesday and alternating Saturdays we do a show about movies. And I love talking about films. It's just my greatest love is movies.
But anyways, thank you, Gary, for showing up.
Oh, you bet, man.
And I'm sorry. Hey, for some reason, I don't get, like, you know how you were talking about the tweet thing? I don't get why it won't show up in the one area.
I have no idea because it shows up when you tag me, but you don't show up in my feed at all. You don't even show up as an icon that just posted something.
Yeah, but you show up for me,
That's
so
weird.
I don't know. It must be Twitter. I don't know. I didn't know what you were trying to say, but I finally figured out later on. But anyways. Okay.
Great to talk to you, Gary.
It was good talking to you too, Jill. Scott, if you're
I'm
not
gonna
here,
try. I'm
just
gonna
let him know
try
I said
one.
bye to him.
Okay,
Here,
I will relay.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna channel Gary's here and do this. Did not mean to do that.
Oh, it you could have not said you didn't mean to do it, but it's
No, I mean the
meant
twice.
to, and that
No,
it
the
was
second time. Anyways.
Gotcha.
But anyway, back to 90s. 90s. Let me just pull this back up. Okay. Back on track. You know, it's a little bit of squirrel. Wherever it goes, I'm not, you know, as long as the stream doesn't get taken out, I'm whatever. Okay. Me.
So
I am
basically
like,
all of
I've seen here pieces, love it, rewatch
well,
it
okay.
all
So
the time.
did you like Animaniacs? Most of the references that I got about movies, that most of what I learned about pop culture, I learned from the Animaniacs.
Not everything, but like
A
I
lot of things.
remember the capitals of the
Yeah,
states.
you're right. The state capitals also, and also they did the lots of United States history also. Yeah, so educational both in pop culture and real stuff. So Animaniacs is pretty great.
Never really watched this. I love this. I didn't get to see it very much, but they finally put it
that
on.
was kind of a baby show, but I liked it.
I know, but I'm like I'm right on that edge of the 90s, like early 90s. But I didn't really watch anything like Doug or anything.
I forgot
Because
about
it was
Captain
a little
Planet.
bit before my time. What?
I forgot about Captain Planet.
He's hero. You know, I liked the theme song, but I never really liked the TV show itself. It was just
I think I probably
always
I
the
know.
same formula.
I didn't know there was a cartoon for this.
Yeah, me neither. I thought it was just a movie. Oh, Bobby's World.
Bobby's World. Did you
I
just
love
get excited?
this. It was always they always played it in school. Like that. Never really watched it. See
Yeah,
this
Bobby's
like
World is adorable. Arthur, badass.
well,
Arthur.
see, this is more like my childhood. Yes, I'm a '90s kid, but I'm more.
You just called Arthur badass?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the greatest. I
He
loved
is pretty
Arthur.
cool.
I loved PBS stuff because I didn't have the Disney.
I didn't
Channel,
have
so
cable.
I had I had PBS, and so I had PBS Kids. I had Arthur, and I had the Magic.
I
School.
love this movie.
Oh, but what about go back for Reboot? Reboot was like one of the that was a huge computer generated.
That was cool. It was all
Oh,
3D, all 3D effects for sure.
Yeah, and it had a great.
But it was
it had
actually
Where is it?
entertaining.
yes. No, Reboot was
No.
rad. You know what sucked about Reboot?
What?
The reboot.
There was a reboot for Reboot.
Yeah.
That'll be clipped for later for purposes.
Pinky in the Brain.
Well, yeah. See, because
I
I was
liked
already talking about how
Animaniacs.
much I loved Animaniacs, and
Yeah.
See, I like
okay.
it shows my age, but I like
I kind
those.
of always put. Oh, you liked Franklin? Franklin is so cute.
Because that's like the problem. Okay, the problem is I didn't see this till later. I can tell you why after.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's basically the Next Generation Star Trek.
Gargoyles.
Gargoyle?
for sure. Yeah,
It-
no,
it
it's got
has-
Commander
it has-
Riker, it's got Worf, it's got Troy.
It has
Okay.
voice actors. Voice actor
Yeah.
wise, obviously, it's a different.
Oh, I thought you mean like Star Trek turned into gargoyles. I'm like, what?
Yes. Canonically, that is what happened right after Star Trek.
I
They
like
all
this.
turned
It's
into
better. It's better
gargoyles.
than what really happened. So yes.
Oh, come on. But that was that
Yeah.
after with at Generations?
I didn't like
Gargoyles?
this.
I think it was like 95,
Not
I
sure.
thought.
Okay.
Batman Beyond, I heard, was really good. I never really got into it. I tried to watch a couple. Like I watched Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, and I think that was my only exposure. But I've heard people say that Batman Beyond is really, really good.
Well,
Sorry.
I've only watched the
I didn't.
animated series.
I
but
tried to
I've heard-
mute.
It's okay. It's your
Because I
show.
got interrupted.
Okay, you like
That's why I love
Animaniacs,
Ursa.
but I kind of always put Tiny Toons together with it. I watch them together. Do you?
Tiny
do you like Tiny
Toons. Oh, yeah. I like Tiny Toons. I like the baby.
They're tiny. They're toony. They're all a little loony.
And
The
in this,
Acme University enjoy the fun.
Tailspin was
you skip
okay.
right to the end.
I need to rewatch it again.
Tailspin was awesome.
Agreed.
But you.
Well, and there were a
so-
few more. Now that we're getting into the 90s, DuckTales started in the 80s. but it
See,
continued
what I
into
was
the
going to do is originally my plan was I was going to do the stream and then break it and then put 80s segment into video form, 90s into video form, and to like break it down into 3 for video wise. I don't know that I'm going to do that now just because it's a lot of
DJ Ronnie
like,
G
heavy-
is here. He says,
"Hey,
he says Tailspin was my jam."
DJ,
oh,
you want
Tailspin. Oh,
do you want
yeah,
hey DJ, do you want the link?
Friends for life through thick and thin. Just another tailspin.
Well, Disney did other cool stuff in the 90s. I liked Darkwing Duck was one of my favorites for 90s.
Yeah, see, I wanted to like Darkwing Duck so much, but I never.
I did. I wanted and I succeeded. Well, got to remember, I'm a few
Okay.
years younger, so I was able to be a little more immature.
I was, at that point, I had already seen Batman in theaters, and so
Oh, right.
I wanted
Batman's way
Darkwing
cooler
Duck.
than Darkwing Duck.
I wanted Darkwing Duck to be a little more grittier.
No, it's a little goofier. There's a little more slapstick in Darkwing Duck than Batman.
If you change your mind, I gotta remember. Do I have you in?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if I have. I feel like I have you, but oh, hey. Sorry, this is a side thing. DJ, if you change your mind, it's in the Twitter. Check Twitter. It's in the group. If you change your mind, if you just want to relax, I know you're busy. I never had it in ES. I was more N64 when I was a kid.
The Nintendo 64.
Not that I ever owned it, but
See, I should have been the SNES generation, but nobody ever bought me a video game. But then my little brother came along and they bought him a Nintendo 64, and then I got to play all that, play everything.
Yeah,
did he let you play, or did you just take over and bully him?
Basically, took over his game.
DJ Ronnie G, I played the Flintstones video game for the NES. I played DuckTales for the NES. I played Tiny Toons. Like, when I say NES, I mean either Nintendo or Super Nintendo. I can't remember.
That sounds like those were definitely Super Nintendo games.
Were those Super Nintendos? I thought I got.
I think so.
I'm thinking 2 buttons that I had for Tiny Toons, and I rented that.
Then you might be right.
I rented that for like twice or 3 times. I loved it. You could play as Babs or Plucky or Buster, of course. And that was so fun. DuckTales was really rad because you basically, the way that you attacked as Uncle Scrooge was to use your cane, which was kind of a pogo stick, and then you'd attack downwards. That was so fun. And then also, like, it was a platformer, so you're jumping around on a pogo stick as Uncle Scrooge. It's great.
They had a Chip and Dale's game too.
Yeah, I tried to play that one, but I wasn't like. My favorite character in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was Monterey Jack, and because he wasn't in it that much, I didn't get into it. He like showed up and gave you something like crikey, and that was it. But you couldn't play as him, and I was like, but I want to be Monterey Jack.
Wait, oh, that's too bad they cut him out. Chip and Dale. See, that's what I really like about the 80s cartoons. They told you the whole story in
Oh,
Oh, it's
Gummy
the
Bears.
Sonic.
We haven't even talked about Gummy
okay.
Bears.
I
Gummy
am
Bears
like,
was a huge
I love
part
Gummy
of.
Bears. I love Gummy
Oh, you
Bears.
did. Oh, that's good. When I was a kid, I used to pretend that I could jump really high because of that cartoon. So I would pretend I'm drinking a potion, and
Well,
yeah.
again, like I live in Southern Ontario, and so sometimes we would go cross-border shopping because the taxes and the exchange rate would work out, and we'd go and buy stuff. And the treat for me, because I was a kid, was that we would get to go to like American grocery stores and get American cereal, so we can get like C-3POs or Mr. T's, and then when Gummy Bears was big, they had Gummy Bear cereal. And so me and my sister got Gummy Bear cereal, and we were all excited because we figured we were going to be able to jump. And no, it did not work.
I just used my imagination. It worked for me.
I just thought it was a magical cereal that would give me the powers of the Gummy Bears.
Yeah, I would think the same thing. But there's a cartoon right on the screen that I really enjoyed as a
Which
kid.
one?
The Critic. I thought it was so
You
funny.
mean like? You mean like
I
Star
learned about
Trek?
movies from that.
Sorry, I was
I
trying to
think
make a
Worf
Star
was
Trek
on
joke.
the Critic. No, I think Worf was in the Critic one time. Or something. I forget. Something Star Trek happens in the Critic, which isn't surprising with the show
Sorry, I'm
about
trying
movies.
to do something on my phone while we talk. Trying to use my phone as a second monitor really quick.
Yes,
Not a
John
monitor.
Lovitz. Thank you, DJ Ronnie G.
Nice. No, I like that, but also like if we're and this is kids' cartoons, so
Wait,
Yes,
what?
but for me,
Whoa,
but
what does this mean, Jim?
It's not.
Hmm.
Oh, Hee Haw, The Next Generation was on the Critic. Yeah, see, I knew there was
Oh,
something.
nice.
DJ Ronnie G has my back, but I know. But Real Wade said this was about cartoons you enjoyed as a kid, and I was a kid.
Oh,
watching
that's
that
true.
show.
That's true.
Even though it wasn't specific,
Again.
even though it wasn't specifically directed to children, I probably shouldn't have been watching it. It says TV 14, so yeah, I wasn't quite 14 yet.
Well, and that's also like my mom was a grade school teacher, and she taught
Sorry.
kids who were watching South Park, and she was like, "I'm disgusted by this South Park thing." And so anyway, I saw it, and it was great.
Well, that's definitely not for kids. Yeah,
Well, not the movie, but the show.
the show's not for
Still-
kids either. It's
No.
rated M, but kids watched
For
it
mature.
anyway.
Yes. Did they like it?
The very first South Park episode I ever watched was at my aunt's house because my parents wouldn't let me watch it. There was a parody of Steve Irwin in that episode, and it was a
Oh,
Star Trek
no.
episode. It was a Mirror parody episode
Where
they
Steve Irwin killed a
So
manta ray?
So
Well,
this
there
is
was-
why I got derailed.
Oh, okay. There's a puppy.
That's good. Oh.
That's my puppy, so that's why I was like trying to quickly do a mute really quick. Anyways, what were you
I
saying
like how you
before
just.
Star
I like
Trek?
how you just labeled. I like how you just labeled it dog.
I know. That's what I. So if you ever go back, when I have two cameras, the phone is one, and then my monitor is. Yeah, that's how I normally do it. Anyways, sorry, I did not mean to derail. So what were you talking about? Star Trek and cartoons, Jill?
Well, have you
Or
ever
was
seen
it
the Star
Scotty?
Trek cartoon?
Oh, but that's outside of the wheelhouse of this live stream because that was the 70s.
Well, we talking about Hercules.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
Yeah, we can. Okay, Star Trek and Hercules
forgot
are
about
the
the Tick.
exception.
How did we forget about the Tick?
Never really watched it, even though I should have.
Oh, the Tick was so good.
I believe me.
Oh, what about the Max? Like, what about Aeon Flux? Those things
Never
were
heard it.
those
Never
were
heard it.
bitchin'. Oh no, the Max is about. Oh my god, I can't even tell you what the Max is about. You have to see it for yourself.
It's a different Hercules, DJ Ronnie G. I hadn't heard about it.
No, DJ, if you really, after the stream, I show the picture of it. It's not what you think it is.
It's from it was from 1963 to 1966, I think, is what the IMDb said. So no, it's yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, and the way that I always describe it, if you've seen it, you will remember that there is a centaur sidekick, half man, half horse, but he's young and he's a sidekick. He's like Robin, and he's like, "Hey, Herc, hey, Herc." And then Hercules has to put on a ring and basically say, by the power of Grayskull, or I think he says something about Olympia. And then he fights crime or other gods, whatever. I don't care. Anyway, it looks rad. It is one of my favorite cartoons of all time. Also, and again, going outside of the wheelhouse, you got to check out Rocket Robin Hood. Rocket Robin Hood.
You made me
watch one episode. Watch one episode, and you've got the entire story. But your imagination runs wild, and then you start watching more episodes, and it's the same story every time.
So this is my Buzz. This will be my Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, Buzz Lightyear was pretty cool. Who did the voice for Buzz Lightyear?
You will be surprised. I forgot about it, but it wasn't who you think it is.
Well, it's not Tim Allen.
You know who it is?
Who? Who did him? Is it Patrick Warburton?
Yeah.
Huh.
Same one that does the
Tick. He played the live action Tick.
I didn't even know there was a live action of that.
There have been two. That's from the 90s one.
And I mean, I couldn't find that's the movie, but there was a show. But so basically, this is what the Buzz Lightyear show. I'll go back to it real quick. I'm not going to show the trailer. You probably could go look at it. Basically, this is what I thought the new, the Buzz Lightyear, that movie they did. You know, the one that they did recently.
Yeah, the Chris Evans one. Yeah.
Right, I haven't.
That's what I was hoping it would be. Would be like this, not what it turned in, not what it was. So once I started hearing about it, I'm like, oh, so that's why this won't be on Disney Plus, because they're gonna put that on Disney Plus instead of the good movie and show. And it got me all upset.
Yeah,
but that's me. Normally, I wouldn't share so much, but anyways.
I heard
a chance yet.
I have not given it a chance either. But
What,
it's
the
also
new one?
well,
The
like
new-
to be honest, I've seen the first two Toy Stories, and I think I got it. I don't necessarily need any more.
I
than
don't.
that.
I saw. So I saw.
That's it.
I saw them all.
You're gonna make me review a Toy Story movie, aren't you?
Hey, we could. That'll
All
be
three
nice.
at once.
No, you
If-
heard me
if
say
we did-
make me.
If we did, it would be all three at
Come on.
once.
I
not
no,
the
I don't want to
See,
be the guy
I'm
who
in-
shows.
see-
I don't want to. I don't want to show up in a review and be like, I don't like Toy Story. Like I've just turned into a monster.
I don't care.
No, but you could
I
talk
know
about the
everybody-
other. You could talk about the Twilight Zone episode that has living toys, or also the
So basically,
the
do all the
Christmas one,
research.
the Nutcracker. Yeah, 'cause
Oh.
there's other living.
Oh yeah,
toy
Small
things.
Soldiers.
See, Small Soldiers is fun.
Yeah,
It's
it
not what I
is.
thought it was going to be, but it's like a adult.
Oh, what about
Toy Story.
the? Oh my God, demonic toys.
Never
Have you ever
heard of
seen
it.
the demonic? Oh,
haven't seen
dude, you got to
that,
check
no,
out the
neither.
trailer for the demonic toys.
But anyways, I didn't realize we were going for 2 hours. How long we've gone for? You guys have a time? I should have asked. I should have.
Well, we were
asked
late.
Jill. You guys, I pretty much covered every. You know what? I can do one more thing.
Yeah, pretty much
just
you
go
covered
back.
everything. I
Yeah.
still had 90s.
Oh no, there's one
Nickelodeon,
thing.
Rugrats, Doug,
What?
Hey Arnold, Ren and Stimpy, Rocco's Modern
I
Life.
see
Stimpy.
on Doug. I
And
didn't realize.
Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. There was
I
a
didn't
there was a
realize-
WWF Hulk Hogan animated show.
I've never watched that. I watched
We
I watched the
should- we
claymation
should.
one.
Does California Raisins count?
No,
All right.
not in
No,
my.
there was a
not in-
claymation show with celebrities who were fighting.
No, I know that. That's why I don't really classify that. I mean, in my book, but I never
Was that
saw
the
it.
90s?
I don't know.
Yes, it was the
Alright.
90s.
Okay.
But one more Nicktoon, Kablam, was like a live action comic book. It was fun.
Well, and DJ Ronnie G says thank you. And thank you.
And that's everything. Yeah,
Um,
we covered everything.
The weird thing that I didn't know
It is good
until
to
I
see you
looked
too.
it up was I didn't know that Nick. I don't know who had it first, but I didn't know Nick and Disney Channel had Doug.
Yeah, it
I always
started
thought it
on
was always
Nickelodeon.
Nick.
It started on Nickelodeon when I was 7 years old. And I was like, oh, hey, look at this. And it was fun. It was about a boy in his diary, but he calls it a journal. And his dog.
It's a journal, Gnome.
Yeah, it's a journal. A journal.
Oh, you know, one more.
Dogs. The journals, not diaries.
No, but that's the thing.
Oh,
That's the thing.
hey,
It was on
Gil.
an episode of Cheers where somebody says, it's like, you have a diary, don't you? And it's like, women keep diaries. I have a journal. It's a journal. And it's just very, anyway. I thought
It's
it was
very
hilarious.
nice.
Hey, last guy, I promise. I think if I can. Did you guys ever watch? I doubt it's probably after you guys got done with cartoons. Did you guys ever watch Teacher's Pet?
Teacher's Pet.
It's a
I saw-
Disney cartoon.
No. I don't think so. Was it live action or animated?
No.
There
No,
were two options.
the Disney cartoon that I liked that was about school was called Recess. Recess was really fun.
No, I put it on after I'm done. Like when I'm going to bed, I just let it run.
Like,
It's my
kinda-
nighttime. Why can I not?
It's interesting because when it comes to 90s cartoons, I was paying attention a little bit, but a lot of my life was being eaten up by like Star Trek The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine.
yeah,
I should have been watching
That
Star
was-
Trek, but I didn't have people to tell me to watch it. You know,
Well, neither-
I didn't have any influence.
And so that was what was eating up a lot of it. And that's why, like, I don't really care. Aside from Batman the animated series, I don't care about X-Men the animated series. I don't care about Spider-Man the
Oh,
animated
that's
series.
why. Because I just realized I looked it up. It came out in 2000. That's why.
Oh.
So this is
okay.
what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
You guys see it?
No, I've never seen that bizarre anime. Well, no, it kind of looks like Duckman. Speaking of animation, I liked Duckman. I think that was a 90s.
These are the voices cast for it.
Who do we got? Nathan Lane, David Ogden Stiers, Wallace Shawn. He'll do anything for money.
Come to find out.
Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
Yeah, wasn't he Animaniac?
Yeah, no,
Animaniac?
I think he's Yakko.
I didn't realize he was in it. Stiller.
Was that? Oh, Jerry Stiller. Yeah.
But I
So I
can.
have to-
The only one I could know faces are.
Oh, Cree
1,
Summer?
2, 3.
Cree
no.
Summer. Cree Summer is one of the most prolific voice actors of her generation. If you don't think you've heard Cree Summer, you're wrong. You've heard Cree Summer so many times. She
Wait,
is.
what in the world? I didn't know he was in Lilo and Stitch. When was that?
I
Who's
can't believe
she?
you skipped over MASH and you went to Lilo
No,
and Stitch.
because I was
There is
still
a
in the.
difference between us.
No, I've seen. See, what you don't realize is I was the rerun. I never saw it live, and
So you
I
like
didn't
MASH?
know. I didn't know there was a movie.
What, a MASH movie?
Yes.
Oh.
I always thought it was a show. I didn't realize till
It was a book as well.
Who's the one that would die? I can't think he was in the movie.
Oh yeah,
like
it was that Donald Sutherland fella. He played Hawkeye Pierce.
Yeah. And I was like, I will never. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I remember. Yeah, I remember that now. I just forgot by the face, but I remember the voice. It's coming back to me now. And then I
absolutely understand.
love Reigns as Bubbles.
Yes.
No one. That's why I was at first upset that they're making a live action of Lilo and Stitch because I thought they were going to mess it up like they did Sonic originally.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, Lilo, I can live with a little tinkering, a little. I was more worried about the Stitch, if they were going to do it right.
Well, it could be a problem like how the first pass of Sonic, how he looked.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was worried about. Let me see.
Well, wait, can I contextualize? Like, what year were you born?
Can I guess?
Here, I'll tell you. Private chat.
Oh, private.
Oh, you're gonna private chat it. All right.
Just
you seem like you're about the age of my younger brother.
Yeah, okay.
See?
So, yeah, no, you're fine.
Dang, you're a few years younger than my brother.
See, so that's why, like, I watched Laszlo and all those more than I watched
Okay, wait a minute.
and
Did
Chicken.
you like Dragon Ball Z? You didn't mention it this whole
I
night.
never got into Dragon Ball.
Because that's
now
what my
I
brother
knew.
liked.
Now I knew it, but I was never. Just like Pokemon. I didn't get into Pokemon until a couple of years ago.
I did, yeah.
Now I remember Pokemon cards at school, but I was never allowed to, get cards or a whole.
Well, but
thing.
the thing was, is that when it came to anime, I had sort of gotten into anime around when I discovered Akira. And so I was looking all over for it because it was different and sexy. And then I ended up watching I watched Sailor Moon for a little bit, and it was just
Yes, I watched that too. That's fun.
hot chicks.
You know what?
Hot chicks doing stuff.
Like, see, I could get I would live. It's not what I would have pictured a 3D live action Stitch, but I can get behind.
It's not bad. It's okay.
I don't know what it's gonna really look like, but like I was worried they were gonna go. I was worried they were gonna go this route.
Yeah.
More than this one.
That would be terrifying.
I know, right? I mean, I know it's supposed to be an alien, all, but
it's gonna be the new Grogu.
No,
they're going to be on shelves for Christmas.
No, I've been seeing like nonstop Stitch stuff for like a year or two now.
Well,
I was wondering why, and then I'm like, oh, it makes sense now that they're doing the live action. Like
Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if I'm allowed to sort of platform something that I've been trying to draw attention to for myself. But I am Scotty R37. You can find me on X, and I am actively looking for a Hot Toys She-Hulk And so if you would like to
No,
contribute,
that's fine.
if you'd like to
I
contribute
just didn't know where
to
you were
my
going
fund,
with it.
then if you could just contribute to my fund to get a She-Hulk, because I deserve and want one. And so if that's cool, please donate. I have
Where's the link?
I have
Put in
no
the-
links. You have to figure it out for yourself. I just want it.
Just
So
send
bring
him
it.
the doll.
Oh,
Just send me the doll, okay?
see, okay. So I love this game. I didn't get it for Game Boy. I had it for PS2. So see, like this is my generation. Like I finally got a working version of this game. So that's why I love Buzz so much. So that's why when I heard the Buzz Lightyear redo, I was like, seriously? That's why I was so mad.
Yeah, they did. From what I can tell, they disconnect it from the toy and they tried to make it into.
No, they
reality.
made it. That's not the Buzz that Andy would have done. Like, there's no way in the. There's no way. They should have just made it. I don't know what they were thinking, but anyways, I don't want
Are
to
you
get
saying
too.
the Toy Store game was shit?
No, I'm talking about the movie. The movie that they.
Oh,
redid.
the Chris Evans movie. Yes.
Yeah, Chris Evans.
That
I
makes
should've-
no, it didn't. It was no.
They
there
said it
no-
was supposed to be like the toy, like it would be like Captain. I don't know. You get what I mean.
Yes, I do. Because
But
it was
anyways.
intended to be what inspired Andy to fall in love with Buzz and put in place the events of Toy Story 1. And then you watch that, you watch the movie with Chris Evans, and you're like, what? Because it has
That's
absolutely
basically me in a
no...
nutshell 10 times.
Like even
Yeah,
Zorg, even Zorg is not Buzz Lightyear's father in the
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear movie.
No,
and it's like, so you destroyed everything.
Oh, you mean in the Evan? I thought you meant like in Toy Story 2.
Yeah, and
I thought you
he
were-
wasn't
yeah.
Zorg Buzz
supposed
Lightyear's
to be.
father?
I think in my mind, I don't know what it. I
You think he
haven't
was
looked
lying?
into it. I think it's the equation
says he
of
is.
like a tie into like Star Wars with the Luke and
Of
Vader.
course, dude.
I don't know. I
Yes,
don't.
that is
I
the
always
joke.
just that's always my canon in my mind. It's just that's how I equate it. I don't know what it's
Did you ever
really
watch-
supposed to be.
Did you ever watch the Buzz Lightyear animated series?
Yes, that's why I put it on.
Is that what started all this? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm stoned.
That's why I was saving.
That's what happens
base-
when I talk about cartoons.
No, you're good.
Thanks, man.
I'm. If you go back, I'm very laid back. I just have 2 lines, but we're there's no way there's no way we're crossing them. But anyways,
When
on
was
a
Duck
topic like this.
Dodgers? When did Duck Dodgers happen?
Dodgers, Looney Tunes.
Yeah, like no,
Daffy
not
Duck.
the original one, but there was a show.
What is it?
No, when was
Daffy
it? Was
Duck,
it?
Duck Dodgers.
Yeah, Daffy Duck, Duck Dodgers.
Oh, I saw that.
That was
I
a
don't
show.
remember if it was rerun. You mean
There
this?
was a video game for that too. I think it might have been shitty.
Oh, 2003. No, I never
2003,
heard of
yeah.
that.
No, that's
I remember it.
It's
I
exactly.
never
what it
really
was.
loved it, but I saw it on it.
DJ Ronnie G says Duck Dodgers happened on Babylon 5. Courtesy of Michael Garibaldi.
Wait,
Michael Garibaldi.
What is it? Okay, Joe, what does he mean? Like they showed it
The
on
actor
that
who
one?
played the
science
security chief. Yeah. Or is that the
Oh,
character? No, it's the character name of the guy who was the security chief on Babylon 5.
Oh, okay.
I've only
It's a
seen
science
season 1
fiction
of
television
Babylon
show.
5, so
I think I've seen like 45 minutes of all of it.
I've seen a little.
But I
bit of
appreciate
you.
it.
Hi.
You have. I was always more of a Deep Space Nine guy. Come at me.
Me too. I am too. I've seen all of Deep Space Nine.
So, see, basically, okay, in a nutshell, this game right here is basically if you took Tony Hawk, the Tony Hawk
of cartoons?
No, it's like, so basically what it is
Blasphemy.
no, Tony's
Put Simba on a skateboard.
Oh, Lion King was another Nintendo game.
Oh yeah, so was Aladdin, but it's more like TV shows. Oh no, I guess they're cartoons.
No. I'm only tying it in because of Buzz Lightyear, but I remember.
Sure.
And then I saw the pictures, so I went a little off topic, but not too.
It's your show. You can go wherever you want, sir.
Hey,
there's the Tarzan.
This is another one I'm mad that they don't have on thinking Disney Plus.
Oh, well, that I gotta write this down. I'm gonna buy the fucking Blu-ray. If they don't have it on Disney Plus and it's a Disney movie.
No, they have no, they have the movie 1 and 2, but they don't have I'm trying to find it.
Cartoon?
Yes. Like trying to find it good.
Hey, oh yeah, Rosie O'Donnell is a
like
gorilla.
This is from it.
Yes.
Here.
Okay.
That'd
In
be
the
good
movie.
for it.
In the movie, I mean.
Why am I getting ads on it? Ads on. Anyways, so I'll give you. So it basically takes off after the movie.
I think it's Minnie Driver plays the voice of Jane. I forget.
So
who
yeah,
plays
Tarzan. In the show, it's Olivia Dabo. I don't.
Dabo? Olivia
Yeah.
Dabo.
See, I can tell you the wrong. Anyways.
Well, no, she was a look. Okay, so there are two options. There are two Dabo sisters, D apostrophe ABO, and there's one who was the Bond girl in The Living Daylights with Timothy Dalton, or there's the one who was the Q who was human, and then Q shows up and says, no, she's part Q. So there are two Dabo sisters. Anyway.
So basically,
you
there's
connected with Star Trek. I love you.
Either way, Dabo. I'm going to go get myself a beverage. I'll be back in a flash.
We're almost.
I know
done
we're
on this
almost
one.
done, but trust me, I'm really quick.
I trust you. You still there, Jill?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm looking up Olivia Dabo because of Scotty R37. Who played the female Q in Star Trek?
There was. Am I wrong? I thought there was a
Next
Atlantis TV series. Was there not?
I don't know. I've never seen it. You know what? I honestly didn't even watch the movie, even though I hear it's really good.
I like it. I recommend it.
Me too.
Now I finally try to do 2. I don't like 2.
Oh, did you?
These are the 2. Okay, with all the live action talk, can we finally? I wanted these 2 to be live action for how long?
These would make
now I don't.
sense to live action.
I want
would be
these 2
rad.
live action. I could feel like they could pull this off. Now with current Disney, I don't want them touched with the 10-foot pole.
But you know what? You know that they're like Michael Clark Duncan is going to be like played by The Rock.
What? Which one was it? Who is that?
No, the big.
You're talking about,
you're
talking about
the muscular man, the giant of the group is going to be played by The Rock.
you mean him, right?
The black guy.
That would work, yeah.
Yeah, I could see him as Rock. I don't know. The problem is, like, I get Rock. I could see. I don't know who they would play for everybody else. And I'm
they
worried.
didn't.
And I'm worried what
I'm-
they're gonna do. I feel like if they're gonna do it live action, I'm worried. I don't know what if they're gonna. I'm just worried that they're gonna do Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah,
the newest one. That's why
the
I
newest
don't.
one. Like you mean the Mike Fast or the?
No, I mean
Fassbender
Assassin.
one?
No, I'm talking about the video game, the Japanese one. That
Oh,
like I don't trust. Like if this was like a couple of years ago, live action, I wouldn't have a problem at all. I just don't. You have Buzz Lightyear, they basically did it. Didn't do what I thought they would do. You got Star Wars and all that fiasco. Then you have, I could go on and on. And
Good way to sum it up. All that fiasco.
yes.
Yeah, basically what Gil said. Yeah, I just don't.
You said it.
Whatever. I can.
Okay.
But you get what I'm saying. I just don't trust that they would get it right.
Jill gets it.
No, I'm talking about Disney, not Jill. Jill. But
Jill
anyways.
understands
I
what
would-
you're saying.
Yeah, I do. I would hire people who know Star Wars and love it. And
Yeah, and they won't do that. I don't know why it's so hard, but anyways. But that's all what I got. As far as
Good
No,
deal.
I do appreciate the fact that you reminded me that I have to get a Blu-ray copy of the Tarzan Disney. I'm also going to get Hercules, the Disney one, because I don't think you can get a physical copy of Hercules from 1960s, but I think it's all available on YouTube.
you
That's
can
what I'm
find
going with.
it. Where
You think you can get a physical
don't know
copy?
where you-
Dude, you go check out and try and find if you can find try and stream Spider-Man 67 episodes, like the from 1967. Give it a try. I have the and I'm very proud of this. And so if you can find them on YouTube.
you said 67.
Yeah, I think it's 67. And I'm so proud I have the DVD set, and it's it's a valuable DVD set. It's not in print, and it's the Spider-Man's, I don't know where they're available to stream. And if I have a false physical media that everyone's like, you can get it for $4 at a thrift shop, I'll be like, okay, I still love it.
Oh,
I
so
still love it.
wait, you mean so you're talking about the Spider-Man 67 where they make the meme where they do the finger pointing?
That is exactly what I'm talking about. Yes.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen the show?
No, I remember the meme.
Yeah. Have you
Let
ever
me
heard
pull
the
up
theme
really
song?
quick.
Have you ever heard the soundtrack? It is glorious, and it gets weirder and weirder. There are 3 seasons. And at one point, he is in a cavern on another planet fighting bug men. How does it happen? I don't remember. It was the 60s, man.
Well, he's Spider-Man, so he just needs to build a web and he can catch all the bugs.
Any size catches giant alien.
You said
monsters.
Spider-Man 67, right?
Yes, sir. It's
No,
not,
because
yeah.
I'm looking it up on my phone. Yeah, it's not on Disney Plus.
Oh no. Well, no, I don't know where the rights are. I think it was.
No, I know they have the other ones on Disney Plus, so that's what I was like, Anyway.
Well, it's tough to find that their 60s Spider-Man movie or
Yeah, I
cartoon
haven't
show,
even
but I
looked.
love it. I love it. I've got the physical copy. People have offered to buy it from me, and I've been like, but then what am I going to do? Sometimes I just put it on and vacuum. Don't even have to vacuum, just like looking at it.
Right. Okay. So let's go with who do I want to
DJ, not
start?
like Lex.
Hey, let's go with. Do you want to plug anything, Scotty?
Oh, several.
Besides She-Hulk.
Okay, I won't do the She-Hulk thing again.
No, I just mean like shows or stuff. Like we're almost.
Yeah,
I'm doing this
Yeah, no,
shutdown sequence.
Yeah, let's shut her down. I can be quick. First things first, I'm on the Cinema Gulp Hump Day Happy Hour every Wednesday or whenever we can, but it's usually on Wednesdays. I think we're doing it tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about overhyped shows that we were disappointed in, like it didn't live up to the hype. And then on Thursday on the Phantasmagorium show, going to be talking about the Phantom Menace in our George Lucas direction retrospective. And then on Friday, if everything goes according to plan, I will be, what do we do? We go to Mom's, kill Philip, rescue Liz, and then go to the Winchester, have a cold pint, and hope that everything blows over, and that'll be over at Jill's. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm on X, I'm Scotty R37, whether you like it or not.
Hey, that was a great plug for my Friday show, which rolls into my plugs. I'm going to be reviewing Shaun of the Dead on Friday, as just described, and that's going to be a bunch of fun. At noon Central on my channel, same as my name, Antiderivative Jill. I like to enjoy science fiction. This isn't science fiction at all. This is comedy horror. So sometimes I'd step outside of my normal fare. And on Tuesdays, I like to review For All Mankind, which is an alternate history science fiction show. But about the history of NASA, and that's really cool. Most of them have been really fun, although this last episode was kind of sad. But hopefully, we get back into more exciting adventures next time.
It was a straker.
It was just like that UFO episode where Ed lost his son, and so it's just and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, and I cried while I was live, but I don't think anybody could tell. Anyway, yeah, spoilers for a TV show from 1970 with the greatest theme song ever. But thank you for having me on Railway Nation. It was great to remember the cartoons I loved as a kid. And I'll leave my link in the chat, in the private chat, so you can share it.
All right, so let me just make sure that I did there. Okay, so get that out of the way. This is where we're at. Next show will be. My goal for this channel is if I can get to 100 soon, it would be. Believe me, don't have any. There's no way, even a miracle, I could get to a K in less than a year with how much stuff I do compared to the other one. But 100 is my goal. So there's that. All of the videos, past live streams, you can find them there. And the easier way is if you look up this one, look up this channel, scroll down, look for this, you can get to it here too. And I made it so you can get back to each one of them, except for the only one I don't. Yeah, never mind. You can get to all three of them.
I'm pretty sure all of these links are in the description below.
I haven't done description.
Well,
I'm not.
It's a
I'm
very
still new at this.
way.
I'm still new at.
I'm just saying it's recommended. It
I
does
know.
make it easier for the audience.
One of the many things I have to do. I just haven't too many things on the bucket. No pun intended. Anyways, next week on Monday, part 1 of the bash. 8 o'clock, same time as we started tonight, will be the birthday bash. Then, I gotta go back. Then I don't even need this one anymore. Then I made a part 2 to get some eyeballs on this. I know it says 10. Basically, as soon as I end part 1, we will start over there. I just put it 10 p.m. as a placeholder. So there's that for the channel stream-wise. Here's my go figure. I thought I did close the browser and I hit the other. Twitch channel. Let's do this one next. And then is it? Yes, I'm there. Let me just do it. This. You know what? I like that better. Basically, all your merch needs: your hats, your sweaters, your bags, stickers, coffee mugs, water bottles, logo, and then other different art for alternates. So that's why you see the same, like a couple of the same, because one of them, like one group has the logo, the other has the pets. They're on the YouTube about, as soon as you get to the channel, you can, I'll show you in a minute, but how to find it. They're pinned on Twitter too. And then what was I gonna say? Aprons for your buttons for all you animals, and then hats, a new hat, and then my prize. So you have bandanas for humans and you have bandanas for dogs. And then I gotta find here we go. Here's my, if you know any stuffed animals lovers, the cool thing is about this, like other stuff, you can go get any color, shirt color out of the, let's see, like any of these. Some look better than others, but anyways, so there's that. And that goes for anything except for, like, you can look at any color, click any of the colors that are available, or like you want more camo, you got camo.
I wouldn't
And
wear a
then
camo hat. How would you see my head?
And then one more thing, I just gotta find it. And I don't make these, they will come back in stock over time, probably. But let me, I can just find where did I put in? Oh, here it is. I just forgot because it's a different color. Now, if you're a long time on the channel, I used to have a different shirt, but I've been focusing on the YouTube stuff. So I could bring it back if people really wanted it. I still have it in the back side of the, like where I can look. I just took it down because it was too confusing between the two shirts. You can get them in pink, blue, purple, yellow.
Oh, it looks really
Just-
good on yellow.
I've gotten the old one that not a lot of people have. I have it on black. I don't like it. Like, it looks fine on red, but I mean, if you really want
Yeah,
red,
it looks good on. It
I'm not
looks
gonna.
good on
No,
red.
but the problem.
I
No,
wish
but
there
the
was a
problem is-
back. I wish there was a white backdrop over the W, and then it would look like the Flash. It would look really rad.
Yeah, I get. So that's why I normally don't push red, because there. I mean, you don't. I'm
That
not
looks
stopping you,
fucking-
but some
that's
colors
smoking
look
hot.
better.
That's
Like
smoking hot. I
green.
like the purple as well.
I'm just saying that's why I mean, you do whichever color. I'm not.
How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you assume my favorite color?
But yeah. So, and then bags and stuff. I have the old version of the t-shirt that's not on here, and I love the quality is what I always thought of if I was gonna do like my own thing. So
Do you have
I
it? Do you
tested-
have an action figure of yourself?
No,
Damn it!
not. But yeah, so there's that. And then I don't have details yet, but if people, I'm having a small meetup next year, just because I just want to test it out before I go full blown like FNT meetup, just to get the feel of it, because I've never done my own before as far as like FNT meetup stuff like that. So I'm doing it in my home, technically not my real hometown, but basically where all my team, like my mods for my Discord, and are basically my friends from there or live there or around there. So my plan is, I was hoping if people, once I get the group, my hope is people would buy a couple things, buy 2 things at least. That I only say 2 because I was gonna have sign one for free. I mean, you can buy one and just wear it if you want. I'm just saying that way you have one to wear all the time or whatever, versus you can have it like a memento, or get it, put it on in a like a poster, whatever they do with posters. I can't think of it, but you get my gist. In a way, so that's what I was hoping for. For that, there's that, and then the last thing is birthdays coming up. You don't need to, but if you want to give me any of these,
See,
nice thing-
this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, exactly. I subscribe to this completely. I have asked the internet for something that I want.
So I'm just saying,
I want a
like-
She-Hulk. You want a Game Boy Advance.
like any of these. And the cool thing about this site is,
Anything you want.
no, you don't have to worry about like your privacy getting, with like
You should always
what
worry
would you
about your
call it?
privacy.
No, like your mailing
No,
address or
it's a
stuff like
secure.
that.
It's a secure
Yeah,
transaction.
security thing. So all you have to do is, if you, let's say you're really generous, I'm not saying you don't have, you can do $5, and then once it gets to the end, to this, it'll get sent to me.
every
I've thought of
little bit-
opening one of these, but it makes me feel a little dirty. Like someone wants to send me all these presents. Really? Nobody
You know
does.
what? Why don't you get out of here, Counselor Troy, with your emotions and empathy? I want stuff.
I
Namely,
I
want
originally
a Jennifer Walters in plastic form.
you can probably search it up on. I'm not gonna do
I've
it.
been asking the entire internet.
Just open it up.
Miracles are gonna happen.
You know who
Miracles
started
happen.
me on this? You're not gonna believe this, but Mrs. Dadman started me. I don't know if either of you two have heard of her. She made one, and I'm like, looked into it. I'm like, but so
Look at the chat. Real Wade Nation Gaming, you might have a very new Game Boy Advance SP
There you
and
go.
DJ Ronnie G. So get in touch with him.
Yeah. I worked with a guy, and he was like, never be afraid to ask for the sale. And so if you just
DJ,
bring it out on Front Street.
Hold on, Scotty. Give me one second.
Yeah, take your time.
Hey, DJ. After the show, I will send you. I don't remember if you're in my Discord. I have that too, but I forget where the link is. I think it's on. Let me just look at it really quick.
This happened to me once, actually. Recently.
Yeah, so if you go to I will. So if you want to go to the Twitch, because I don't remember if I have it attached to the YouTube.
No, DJ Ronnie G says he's got you on the Twitter DMs. You guys are
I was
in touch,
I was gonna say that way we can talk about it, but we can figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
That way, but anyways, if anybody else wants to, I trying to grow the Discord, but it'll come in time. Growth.
Now, which would you prefer? Would you like it better if someone bought your merch or if they bought you stuff?
Okay, so the only problem is, I'll give you a little secret.
Okay.
I only had 2 things bought a merch. I don't care if you want to buy merch, go for it. I don't care either one. I'm gonna be clear. I will probably go talk about it more on the birthday bash, more than I've ever done it, just because to get the word out on it. And then I will go back to what I normally do, and I just normally end the stream.
We can end.
How I did it, but
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to extend the conversation.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying, I just normally end it. That's how I always done it. But
This is my first time in at this mall.
But anyways, so
Yeah, it's my first time here too.
Thank you for having me. And do you want to get out of here?
Ditto.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here.
I just gotta figure out who I am. Give me a second to do something, because I can't do it how I normally would do it on my bigger channel, the biggest channel. I'm just gotta do it the old-fashioned way with the link way to raid. So let me just see who's actually live before I pick a random. Who?
Well, the world don't move to the beat.
You know what? Who's on?
What?
Price of Reason is live. Oh, where are you gonna send us? Never mind.
Who?
Whoever you.
What were you gonna say?
Never mind. If you've got somebody already, don't worry about it.
Who were you gonna say?
Oh, I saw Price of Reason.
I was gonna do Joe Dot Mister, but I could.
Oh well, there you go. No, pick your people. No, don't worry about it.
No, I'm open. Hey, post it in the private chat.
Okay,
really quick, Jill,
sure.
because I don't know the. I just want to look at it really quick.
I would like to remind the audience that there will be no encore, but DJ Ronnie G, I'm gonna watch Stargate.
There you go.
SG1 before bed, dude. I've got the first 3 seasons on DVD. Haven't watched an episode. You can hear more about it later on my complete and total review of Stargate.
Nice.
Jill, I am doing not normal. I was like other people's. So, well, I did not mean to put it in private chat twice. Thought I put it in comment. If you can do it normally on my clips, I can just redirect, but because I'm not to the redirect standard as far as how big of the channel is, that's how I've always done it. I've done it this way. If you can type that in the chat when you go over. I mean, let me redo that really quick. Because I realized there's a typo.
Well, while you guys are signing out of the stream, I'm going to take my leave. I do very much appreciate you guys Wade, you specifically allowing me
yes,
on.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
I'm always open for new faces on the channel.
Well, thank you, and you've been very gracious, and it's been a great conversation, dude. It's very, and I appreciate the sort of difference of age in terms of the history of it, but
I just don't. The only reason why I don't.
If you check out, I think I did it. Didn't I do it? I thought I did it. I did. I posted a video, and if you could just do me a favor, if you could play the video, just play the song, because it is like one of the cartoon theme songs that I love. You don't have to do it right now. I'm just saying at some point before you close off the show, play it. And even if you don't do it live, just watch the theme song. It's
only okay. I would do that live, but I don't know copyright stuff. But I will.
It's from the 60s, man. It's free on YouTube. It's fine.
I just don't.
Even if you don't play it live, just when you're done, like before you close the StreamYard, click on the Hercules theme song. You're gonna have a good time.
All
right. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the future. Hopefully, yes.
Good night, Scotty.
See you, Scotty.
Good night, Jill, and thank you, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips.
Just say Wade. I'm used to it.
I know, but I thought it'd be fancy on my exit. Thanks, Wade.
You're good. And with that, I will see you guys next Monday. Trying to figure out. And with that, is there anything else you need to say, Jill? Before
nope.
I close out?
Just had a great time. See you next time.
Yeah. Hey, tell I didn't say because I forgot to say if you want the link for Monday.
Oh, for your birthday?
Yeah.
Sure.
If you want to join. Now I'm gonna tell you I put a bunch of people, but I figure some either A, too busy with their own streams, or B, they will show up and leave. So if there's room, just tell them that if there's room, I will cycle through people.
Okay,
But
that makes sense. It'll be a birthday, so it's gonna be.
It'll be a cycle through. It'll be a
I will
birthday
let
stream
him know.
cycle through. I'll try to get everybody through. And if I don't get to some people in part one, I will get to tell me that I didn't get to you in part one, and you will go up to the pecking order.
Yeah, you're gonna have like a pull. That makes sense.
Yeah. But anyways,
DJ Ronnie G
just
says
make
later,
sure-
Gator. After a
I
while,
will send-
crocodile.
I'll send you. We can DJs. I will check Twitter after we're done with this. Okay. Go to the link. Do the raid. Type the raid message, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Whoops. Trigger finger.